on, Consciouztv, your favorite breakdown commentator. Welcome to another riveting episode of the Consciouztv platform. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys have had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful work week. It is almost TGIF, baby, so shake that ass in front of the deli this weekend and decompress because it's enough hell busting wide open every damn day of the week, baby. My God, hell is clocking in 5 days a damn week at this damn point, baby. All right, so before we get into it, you guys already know what we're here to get into. Before we do so, please thumbs up the video until we're absolutely stuck. Thumbing up the video not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. So when you are thumbing up the video, you are literally knocking on the digital door of another Conscious crew member and telling them to get their black asses into the sanctuary, okay? I've been hearing from droves of Conscious crew members that they're not getting notified, etc. I have no idea why YouTube is not sending out notifications like they're supposed to, but there's nothing I can really do about that. Our only second alternative is for you guys to thumbs up the content. This way, this boosts the algorithm, but more importantly, as I said, it triggers up the notification system as a whole, okay, so that our beautiful Conscious crew members can get their asses up in her. Also, if you up in her, make sure that you guys have your notification bell set to all so that you never miss a day or hour when the king is in fact Kang Gang. All right, and because you're not getting notified despite having your notifications turned on, you do have to check the platform manually. You cannot rely on YouTube to inform you, baby, that I am busting through the clouds to rapture you up into content for the day. So you have to be mindful daily to just come over here and manually check to see what's going on, if there's anything going on the platform, because YouTube just ain't YouTube and how it's supposed to be YouTube. All right. Also, last but not least, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have a digital community, whether that be a YouTube community wall, your Snapchat, your MySpace, the dark side of Twitter, Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give a damn where you in fat lady lane. Just let them whores know that we're live, and we're certainly in color. And if you love everything that it can do over here, you can always donate to the platform on Cash App, $Consciouztv, and or PayPal.me/ConsciouzTV, Conscious spelled with the Z on the end, just like it is here on the platform. All information is in the description box below, as well as in the scroll or ticker that's at the bottom of this here live stream. With no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I want to shout out to my baby mothers, Teresa and Whitney, for the old dancing piece of child support check and for helping with that Pacer fund. You guys know we owe Pacer $400, baby, $399.99 motherfucking cents, and they want all the damn cents too, girl, because we've been tearing Pacer up with all of the legal documents for the Megan Thee Stallion case, for the TD Jakes case, for the Diddy and Jay-Z cases, girl. Y'all know we've been pulling that paperwork over here, girl, so we done ran up $400, baby. Y'all know we also self-fund over here, so if you want to donate to the Pacer Fund so we can continue to get a hold of those Pacer docs, those legal docs at our own discretion and free will, because right now, baby, we having to rely on the street committee, baby, to be very generous when it comes to getting over that paperwork. So you guys can always donate, once again, to Cash App and PayPal if you just want to show love to the platform and you just love what the King do, or you want us to get that Pacer deal situated. All right, honey. We got a little nasty means a child support check from baby mother Imori for the Pacer Fund. Thank you, baby mama, for the nasty piece of child support check. Thank you guys so much. And once again, you guys, you can donate to any of the handles below. They are in the description box below, okay? So we got a long, okay, let's baby mother Sherri for the nasty piece of child support check, baby. Pay some contribution. Yes, God, we are crowdfunding today. Shout out to baby mother Sherri, baby mother Whitney, Amari, Teresa. Thank you guys so much. Once again, all donation information is in the description box below. I love you guys a long time. So we got to get into some things, you guys. All right, Wendy Williams is out here, grab trending again, and she don't appreciate none of the damn attention. All right, so you guys may or may not have heard that Kevin Hunter, okay, the shoot fly who just won't go the hell away, is now suing Wendy Williams' guardianship, Sabrina Morrissey, girl, for a plethora of things. Check out this courtesy of the Neighborhood Talks. Wendy Williams' ex-husband files $250 million lawsuit against her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, requesting jury trial and seeking release from guardianship. Quote, it has become a weapon, not a shield. Okay, shout out to baby mother, Miss Mata, for the old dance piece of child support check. Hey, boys, a reason. Okay, another PAYOUT contribution. Thank you, boys, a reason. Love you long time. God bless y'all. All right. Courtesy of the Neighborhood Talk. Neighbors, get into this. Wendy Williams and her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, filed a 200. Oh, so this actually is going to be corrected by Wendy, baby, okay? This article says Wendy and her ex-husband, but this is a Kevin Hunter exclusive, according to Wendy, girl. Filed a $250 million federal lawsuit to end her guardianship, according to page 6. The lawsuit is against Wendy's guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, Wells Fargo, her ex-manager, Bernie Young, her one-time financial advisor, Lori Schuyler, and others. They claim guardianship has become a weapon, not a shield, claiming Wendy is being abused, neglected, and defrauded by her court-appointed guardian. Quote, the guardianship serves no therapeutic purpose, is not protective, it is punishment, pure and simple, they said in the lawsuit. The suit addressed Wendy's ongoing issue of being trapped at her assisted living facility, which gives her limited access to a phone and hinders her relationships with friends and family. They claim Wendy has been subjected to being over-medicated and allege her guardianship is ignoring medical advice regarding Wendy's mental health, stating that she is fully competent despite being diagnosed with Graves' disease, frontotemporal dementia, and progressive aphasia. The suit went on to accuse Morrissey of poor financial management, alleging that she was not properly vetting payments made using Wendy's account, claims she wasn't making timely payments. The document lists 22 counts, including violation of free speech and access to courts, unlawful isolation, negligence, professional malpractice, defamation, and more. All right. Well, Wendy Williams stepped into the group chat to make it known, baby, that she ain't got a damn thing to do with what the hell and the plot and the scheme that Kevin Hunter and Todd is coming to the courts with, girl, courtesy of It's On Site. Miss Gossip Blogger herself says that she has absolutely nothing to do with the $250 million federal lawsuit that her husband, ex-husband, that is, Kevin Hunter, filed on her behalf against her court-appointed guardian, Sabrina Morrissey. In the suit, Kevin claims the guardian is abusive and being used to control, defraud, and over-medicate Wendy despite her diagnosis of dementia, aphasia, and Graves' disease. He insists that Wendy is competent and that the guardianship has no protective purpose, but Wendy told TMZ that she did not authorize any of this and believes that it is all just a money grab. My God, today, you guys. So what do you guys think about this? Here it is. Wendy Williams has been a caged bird singing from her damn high-rise old folks home, sliding down the damn window pane, trying to raise up and stir up, social backlash and upheaval against New York courts and her guardianship, and doing press tours down to the Hollywood Unlocked and the Don Lemon Show and down to the Breakfast Club, and, damn near getting her damn niece Alex damn arrested for helping her to hot-tail it out of there illegally out of the damn facility. And here it is. She honestly has a perfect alley-oop and opportunity through her salacious-ass, relentless ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, who she could ride behind the coattail of if he want to take his damn Infinity Stone swings on the guardianship. But here it is. Wendy is saying, fuck you. Get the hell out of here. I ain't authorized none of this, and I ain't backing none of this shit. Now, I'm going to say from a strategic standpoint, maybe Wendy is dropping the ball here. This behavior is kind of honestly inconsistent. Why would you want everybody else to help you with this conservatorship, guardianship situation? And here it is, your husband is legally trying to hold their feet directly to the fire. Could it be that Wendy is just so personally disgusted by her ex at this goddamn point that she don't give a damn if he wants to help her against her damn ops, okay? She don't want a damn thing to do with him. Or could it be that Wendy knows that Kevin Hunter ain't no goddamn good, and that she will be making a deal with the goddamn devil because he's only trying to get the courts out of the goddamn way so that he can, Sabrina Morrissey, her motherfucking ass. All right? But even from still a strategic standpoint, wouldn't that be the lesser of the evils? If I was Wendy, I'd rather go up against my no good ass ex-husband who ain't gonna get a damn thing out of me anyway, because all of his attempts to money grab off Wendy have been failing the past 3-4 years any motherfucking way. Versus continuing to be locked into a goddamn guardianship that could be potentially remedied by Kevin Hunter applying the motherfucking pressure. It might be a situation where Wendy ain't gonna have no idealistic way out of this thing. She may have to work with the powers of darkness, okay? In order to mitigate one suffering over a damn another, okay? I don't know, but either way, Wendy is saying she ain't got shit to do with it. She ain't got no parts of it. Now, I also know that, toward the end of the Wendy Williams publicity, baby, around her guardianship, that she was trying to make some headway with the conservatorship girl. She was supposed to be able to live on her own, and the judge was supposed to be loosening up and everything. So I'm thinking maybe when it's like, look, bitch, I done found my sweet middle. We ain't been hearing nothing from Wendy and her wig the past month, girl. She been chilling. Okay, I don't know whether they done freed her from her damn diaper and then allowed her to walk around in Victoria's Secret panties, okay? And she got a good goddamn thing going, baby, and she don't need Kevin Hunter coming over here fucking with these pale bitches, okay? Upsetting these pale ass hoes, girl, okay? Everything is finally sweet and aight. And here Kevin Hunter come with his bald-headed hoe mess. Child, my God, today. All right? So I'll keep you guys updated on all these things. We know that Kevin Hunter ain't going to pay Wendy Williams no goddamn attention, girl. He ain't got nothing else to lose. He around here living on oodles and noodles and riding around on a goddamn electric scooter, baby, living out of men's shelter sugar. So he is going to move absolutely forward with his litigation against the damn courts, girl. Whether this will cause more tension between Wendy and her ex, or hell, whether it might in some strange way bring them together, that is yet to be seen. But here's the gag. Y'all know that old saying that the Lord works in mysterious ways? What if Kevin Hunter ends up being the final straw to break the camel's back. This conservatorship has been under a lot of pressure by media who've been helping to, rally alongside Wendy. Her family added the pressure. They obtained some new lawyers to start unpacking this guardianship shit. What if Kevin Hunter filing this big ass lawsuit is just going to make the judge finally crash the fuck out and say, you know what, bitch, we're done with this. This hoe ain't dizzy no more. Let her ass go, bitch. Okay? Let her go, baby. Let this dizzy asshole finally go, girl, okay? We done got her for all she need to be gotten for. The bitch ain't dizzy no more. We don't need them bringing no more damn spotlight and attention and trying to uncover all the goddamn potential corruption going on up in her. Let her ass go. That would be the irony of Kevin Hunter ass getting involved in this fuck shit, girl. The Lord might be using Kevin as a goddamn chess piece, honey, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it moves along, baby. Happy June 10th. Hey, the real Brent. Hey, Sonny. Hey, y'all. We'll see how this goes, baby. This is very interesting stuff here. All right. Moving along. Let's get into the crazy ass multiverse of Tyler Perry. You guys know blogger Justin J, aka King of Reads, girl, has entered into the blog space. He has been going at big church breasted Sherri Shepherd, okay, who just got all of her things from her role in Straw. I am typically not a Tyler Perry movie watcher. I kind of really became disinterested in Tyler once he kind of started moving into the movies. I more so liked his plays. I haven't really been a watcher of his shows or anything, but he's continued to give black folk jobs and make quote unquote black millionaires and been paying a lot of black talent a wage that they have never seen in all of their 30, 40, 50, 60 damn decades in Hollywood. So, shout out to Tyler Perry for all the things, okay? I also don't ever recall watching Sherri Shepherd in an acting role. I want to say that I seen her in her titties in something in the past, but I don't know where I saw her in her titties at, okay? However, I did enjoy her role in Straw. Straw was a bit much. It was like a little bit too much trauma dumping going on, girl. It was a little bit too rage baited for me in an era where our real lives are being rage baited. So, it's one of the movies for me, girl, that you just need to see once, baby, okay? I ain't trying to run my goddamn blood pressure up. I reverse type 2 diabetes on a plant-based diet, baby, and I'm not letting not now Tyler Perry's artistic expression and intellectual property, bitch, okay, rouse up my goddamn vital and thriving immune system, bitch, okay? So I'm staying away from all that traumatizing ass artistic shit over there, okay? But it is trending. It's #1 on Netflix, 250 million damn clicking views, okay? So they doing the thizzle. Now, a little backstory between King of Reads and Sherri Shepherd. King of Reads can't stand no goddamn Sherri Shepherd, baby. He thinks that Sherri Shepherd is a pygmisha. He thinks that Sherri Shepherd is male-identified as hell. And his last straw with Sherri Shepherd and her bustier was Sherri's recent appearance on The Breakfast Club, where she doubled down on her criticism of Megan Thee Stallion's raunchy attire on some events red carpet, girl, where she had her areola out, had one titty out, one titty in, baby. One titty was for the streets and one titty was for the church. Okay? Sherri Shepherd felt that this was off-putting and that Megan Thee Stallion should be a role model because young girls are looking at her. Let me just say this, baby. If young girls are looking at Megan Thee Stallion as a role model, somebody need to get CPS on the motherfucking line because those young girls' mammies ain't doing their motherfucking job, okay? It is not Megan's job as a fucking adult entertainer to be a role model for children, okay? Those children have parents and communities that are responsible for guarding them and nurturing them and raising them up in all the ways, okay? Megan Thee Stallion is not a child Disney star. She is not a Nickelodeon talent. Okay, she markets to grown people. She produces art for grown-ass people, okay? And that's where the viewer discretion is, girl. Rated motherfucking R. Respect the R gag order. Let's talk about the motherfucking order, all right? So, Kingeries has had a big boot up in Sherri Shepherd's ass for weeks now. And he recently did a commentary on Shepherd, just basically giving her that everlasting work. Well, he didn't just have some choice words for Sherri. He also had some choice words for Tyler Perry, because he did a review for Straw as well. He didn't even watch the movie, but he felt like, what is this foolishness? He's sick of Tyler Perry. He feels like Tyler Perry is out here making all these black millionaires, but why those black millionaires not making other millionaires? And, you know, he went on and 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 on. Now that Tyler Perry has been sued by a low-grade actor, Dixon, for sexual assault and sexual battery and hostile work environment and gender-based violence and, 10 counts of all type of the goddamn foolishness, baby. Kingeries has gotten an extra boost of testosterone, girl, and been all up and down Twitter on Sherri Shepherd's neck, because she just recently worked alongside the producer, and he said this in his tweet to Sherri Shepherd on Twitter. Since you're a role model, Sherri Shepherd, are you going to address Tyler Perry having an inappropriate text conversation with his former employee? Or is it only necessary when women don't dress appropriately? My God, today. All right. Now, here is that infamous Breakfast Club excerpt of Sherri Shepherd on Megan Thee Stallion.
And her being, nude or whatever you called her, right? And people respond to that. And when that happens,
and I was ready for that. When I said that about Meg, I was ready for the backlash. But I'm a mother. I'm a woman. I mentor girls, and I just go, at some point we have a responsibility. We have to speak up. And I love Meg Thee Stallion. I love it. But I think that women are going too far. And sometimes we forget that there are people who are watching us, and they can't do what we do. They don't have security. They can't walk around and say, I want to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. So we are our brother's keeper. To whom much is given, much is required. Mm-hmm. So I knew I was going to backlash. They told me, you're going to get, and I said, but no, I got to stand up. I got this platform.
I told y'all, YouTube just has been dropping a ball on my notifications. I'm getting the same sentiment every single time I go live. I'm not getting notified. I'm so sorry you guys are not getting notified. I'm so sorry I am not getting my just dues, because I put in that work, and YouTube don't always do their job in honoring that work by sending out notifications, etc. And there's nobody, unfortunately, for me to talk to at YouTube at this time about this issue. This is why I need you guys to run the likes up on the video. That acts as a alternative, and my apologies on behalf of YouTube for not notifying you guys. That really does suck for the both of us, okay? That the majority of my audience is never notified when the king is in fact kinging. Foolishness, all right? But I'm glad you're here, Tiffany.
And it's really important that I say it. And if you listen to the context of what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Patreon is a great alternative, girl, okay, for the notifications, baby. You will always get your notifications via email, via your phone, okay? So you got to sign up to Patreon. It's only $5 a month. It's a way for you to continue. It's a way for you to support the platform monetarily without having to donate big chunks. If you can't do big chunks, is only $5 a month, and you do get your notifications, and we do get in Patreon as well and do content. Shout out to my baby mother Jackie for the old days of Pizza Child Support Chef for a happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth, you guys. Happy Juneteenth to everyone, and God bless you, baby mother Jackie.
I did love everything. People look at you because you have a degree. You went and graduated. You didn't just let it go. So you inspired girls to want to go to college, but also over here, you inspire girls who want to do this. And I named other women who do it too. So, you just got to be, I got this platform for a reason, and I know what it is, and I try to use it wisely.
And also, you grown. So being that you've grown, like people should listen to their elders. What happened to that? We used to listen to
we
came before us.
Here is the issue, and well, let me respond to some of the things. Isha also saying, I didn't get a notification, guys. This is crazy. PD, CTV, you are a bigger YouTuber. F them. I know. YouTube know I'm going to be a problem. YouTube know I'm going to be a problem, baby. We do deep dives. We speak truth to power. We have integrity. We unpack the tea. They know I'm going to be a problem, but that's all right. I got something for YouTube's ass. Y'all guys know that I got a book that's coming out. I have other projects that are rolling out. So there's going to be an expansion of the CTV multiverse. We're definitely not even going to keep all of our bags in the YouTube basket, baby. Okay, so y'all just stick with me, baby. Teresa says it's not just UCTV, it's a lot of YouTubers, black and white, that are not receiving. I told y'all something's going on with YouTube system. I don't know what it is. I know that there's a lot of content creators who are buying subscribers. They're buying bots and traffic to their channels. So when this happens, YouTube typically will just slow down the entire system, and they'll start, sending out their nanobots to start vetting people's platforms. People end up getting demonetized. People end up getting striked. Our channels end up getting entirely clipped because it is illegal to buy subs and viewership. So while it may be something that some content creators are getting away with right now, they are at risk for losing their entire platform for playing those type of reindeer games. And YouTube does consider that fraud because those views are not genuine, and YouTube is paying people out, for ad revenue. But if you are manipulating the system in order to get a bigger check, an accent check from YouTube, that's criminality. So they clip your shit. And when this goes on in large droves, YouTube will freeze the entire goddamn platform. So everybody's shit, for the most part, will be fucked up. But, smaller content creators like myself end up being hit harder because I don't have the volume of subscriptions to survive the slowing down of the system. So smaller content creators will always be hit harder when YouTube goes to regulate the system or to do the shit that they motherfucking does, or when they don't send out notifications. So it's ridiculous. All right. So you guys continue. Please, the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I also always post on IG as well. I try to use, all these other platforms to let you guys know when I'm live to help supplement YouTube not doing their mother job. All right. But I think sometimes some of the criticisms about Sherri Shepherd and the Sherri Shepherd's talking points, why some people get so irritated with what they call the mamification of Sherri Shepherd, is because she put so much onus on women and not enough onus on sexually deviant men, because women should be able to wear their clothes, to have full autonomy, to wear a bustier, a crop top, Daisy Dukes, without that inciting unwarranted behavior from weird ass men. Women should be able to come out of their homes at any point in the day around wearing any garment of their choice without the potential of harm and harassment happening to them. And the only way you can really address that issue and make the world more comfortable for women is not to burden women more, but to burden men more, to put the accountability on the sexual deviants, to put the accountability on men who do not have control over their sexual faculties. This will be a never-ending issue for women if the proper onus are not put on the perpetrators rather than the potential victims. The other misnomer in Sherri's talking points, damn it, I just fucking lost it. I just lost it. Damn, it was good. Oh, it was good. Bring it back to me, Lord. Shout out to Benji Access for the dancing child support chat. Thank you so much, baby daddy. Just showing motherfucking love with your cute ass. Shout out to Benji. Oh my God. I just had it, you guys. There's another misnomer in Sherri Shepherd's talking point. Okay, she puts the onus on men and not women. Maybe it'll come back to me. Maybe it'll come back to me. Maybe it'll come back to me. Shit. Damn it, it's good. I might have to do a whole Sherri Shepherd video.
They don't do that now.
They don't do that now. So.
Meg Thee Stallion on the carpet and her
right.
being, you know, nude or whatever you
Yes.
called her, right? And people were
And here's the big misnomer in Sherri Shepherd's talking point, you guys. And shout out to the 431 subbies in the building. Is she fails to acknowledge that the way a woman dress has very little to do with the majority of women who end up being sexually victimized. Most of the cases involving rape, unwanted touch, and molestation regarding women's community are by fully dressed women who are not being molested and raped because they're scantily dressed, but because unhealthy men have proximity to them. They end up raped and molested by the neighborhood weirdo, their own boyfriends and husbands and lawyers. Not lawyers, girl. Their own husbands and boyfriends and spouses. The pastor. The Lyft driver. The maintenance man. The landlord. Simply because of proximity and vulnerability. If you're a single woman, you may end up on the predatory radar. If you are a isolated woman, you may end up on the predatory radar. If you are a alone woman, all these things is what get women ultimately preyed upon. It has nothing to do with whether their belly is showing, whether their titties out, whether their ass is out. So this whole idea that, oh, it's the way that women are dressed, it's the way that women are dressed. Once again, it's a deflecting from who needs onus in this situation, which is men, not women. And it's statistically a flat talking point. Women have been getting raped in stockings, dresses, pantsuits, even when they're in the full armor of God, still end up subjected to sexual assault. Predators are preying on vulnerable women, not scantily dressed women. So this is why Sherri Shepherd ends up chewed out. But let me just tug on my boy, Kingery, because I like Kingery. Okay? Let me tug on his wig a little bit. Going back to Kingery's initial commentary on Tyler Perry. First and foremost, I know that he got his criticisms, and everybody does, for Tyler Perry, and it's art. Hell, you know, it should be criticized. Art is to be scrutinized. That's perfectly fine. But Kingery's commentary about Tyler is not completely logical. Like, oh, Tyler Perry. Okay, you out here bragging about making other millionaires. Why are those millionaires not making other millionaires? It's not Tyler Perry's motherfucking job to, per se, concern himself with whether the people he making millionaires are making other millionaires. Just give the man his motherfucking roses for even upgrading the talent that comes across his desk, because those talents are completely indebted and appreciative of Tyler Perry paying them what they consider to be their personal worth. Now, whether Taraji P. Henson and Sherri Shepherd and all these black millionaires that Tyler Perry is making go out and produce other billionaires, hey, you got to call Taraji P. Henson to the carpet about what she doing with her millions. You got to call Sherri Shepherd to the carpet about what the hell she doing with her motherfucking millions, baby, okay? I mean, that's a little bit too much on Tyler, girl, okay? A little bit too much. Also, Kingery's feedback or issue with Sherri Shepherd not speaking out at this interim of these heinous allegations against Tyler Perry. Sherri Shepherd is doing what the fuck she's supposed to do as it relates to a pending investigation, which is close her motherfucking mouth until all of the facts drop, until there's been a conclusion. Sherri Shepherd would look goofy as hell to speak out against Tyler Perry regarding an accusation, because right now, this is what that is, an accusation. Even in Kingery's own commentary, he was saying, look, these text messages that Dixon provided may not in fact be real. They may not be fact real. He's literally saying this in his own commentary, that, oh, anybody can put somebody's name, you know, in the heading and misrepresent a text. Exactly. So then why the fuck would Sherri and her titties be speaking out against Tyler Perry? But Tyler Perry hasn't even officially, legally responded in his defense to those claims. Right now, it's just a claim. Tyler Perry hasn't even defended himself yet. He hasn't even legally responded to this lawsuit yet. So nobody really, in fact, especially, you know, somebody who's working in proximity to Tyler Perry, somebody who has a high public profile like Sherri Shepherd, should be making any conclusory statements about what is right now a open litigation. So if she wants to shut her mouth and mind her goddamn business, baby, and wait until 1 + 1 is 2, then that's her right. So, you know, I'm all for his criticism about Straw. I'm all for even his criticism about the magnification and the pygmesia of Sherri Shepherd. But some of Kingery's math ain't mathing in terms of what he's trying to hold Tyler Perry responsible for, in terms of if those black millionaires are making other black millionaires, and Sherri Shepherd speaking out. Like, that makes no sense. So Kingery's, girl, I know you're upset, bitch. I know you don't like Tyler, girl. You don't like Miss Sherri, girl. But, you know, just line your aim up a little bit more, baby, and make the bullets that come from your GUN a little bit more sound, okay? Because right now, it's some misguided anger and frustration you got going on, brother, man. Moving along, all right? So, since this whole lawsuit has came out, you guys know that Derek Dixon mentioned the 2023 live Instagram expose that he subliminally did on Tyler Perry, okay? That was dropped, all right, in the lawsuit. So Christian Keys may end up as a witness in this litigation if this thing does even make it to trial. You know, the case might settle. They might go to mediation, might come to an agreement, etc. It may never even go to trial. But if it does go to trial, there is a potential that Christian Keys may be subpoenaed for all that he said in his 2023 IG live stream. And he dropped major Easter eggs to suggest that this was, in fact, Tyler Perry. Because, for one, we don't even have a lot of black billionaires, for one. There's only really one of them that is a producer director, and he said that this person, we would recognize their voice immediately. This person has a distinct voice, has distinct texture and textile to their voice. We know that Tyler oftentimes sounds like motherfucking Medea, even when he cosplaying as a heterosexual man, girl. Okay, still can't help but have the woman jump up out of him. Shout out to Tyler Perry, the only man who's in the closet with the door wide open. I told y'all, baby, Tyler Perry ass, you know, he is clear from them red carpet outfits, girl. He gets dressed in the closet but refused to come out of it. Moving along. You guys know, as Christian Keys' video is resurfacing alongside this litigation, that Sandra Rose had wrote up an article, okay, talking about the surviving Tyler Perry documentary that never saw the light of day. It was going to feature Christian Keys. It was going to feature Lance Gross. It was going to feature a lot of other talent who have had very diabolical, uncomfortable encounters and work experiences with Tyler Perry in the area of sexual assault and sexual harassment. Well, it was speculated and believed that Tyler Perry clipped it and threatened the producers and directors with a lawsuit if they went forward with all of that alleged tea. Well, Sandra Bland had wrote up an initial article, which we have here on the screen. Oh, wait a minute, you guys, I done skipped over something, but we'll get back to that. It's okay. Where is the juice? Okay, here it is, girl. Sandra Bland's motherfucking article, okay? She wrote up a revised article addressing some of the, I guess, misinformation or errors in her original write-up. She had been reached out to by the executive producer of Surviving Tyler Perry, who had emailed her some corrections to her original post. One of those corrections was that, one, Christian Keys had been contacted to appear in the documentary. However, they believe the settlement from his 2023 post-YouTube video NDA will prohibit such. They went on to give her a lot of other corrections, okay? But there's a conversation going on right now that Christian Keys' payout has been confirmed. There still has been no confirmation. Everything is under belief. Belief, and speculation. There's still no proof that there was a payout. We've seen no evidence of a payout. Christian Keys has yet to confirm a payout. Of course, Tyler Perry never even addressed any of the subliminal shots thrown at him by Christian Keys, etc. So there's been no objective proof that Christian Keys has been paid out. Now, that doesn't mean that Christian hasn't been paid out, but people are largely under the impression that the check had cleared, because why else would you come forward telling your victimizer what you gonna do rather than just go ahead and doing it, unless all of that was intended to be a whistleblow, a message in a bottle to your perpetrator to contact you on the back end for some pre-litigation. Okay? Why would you give a high-powered individual with all this infinite wealth and access the opportunity to know that you're going to turn their asses in and report them to the goddamn authorities and turn in all of these secret recordings that you done recorded on damn earrings and necklaces and shit, when that person now has time to set your ass up and have somebody pop you upside your motherfucking head before you even make it through the damn double doors of the police precinct, girl, for a Klondike bar. Niggas will do worse for less. It was clear that obvious everything that Christian Keys did was a whistleblower. Now, did it work? We don't know. Either Christian Keys was allegedly paid out and the check was cleared, and that's why everything went away, or Christian Keys simply cowered it the fuck down, because everything he did on that live stream was motivated by liquid courage. Girl, Christian Keys was zooted and booted, drunker than the Cuda bride. And during the time, all of his community and family and friends was in the comment sections trying to get his ass to sit down and turn this shit off and get him to answer the phone and begging him not to do this because he was on the liquor. He was on the brown liquor. So he may not have, in fact, been paid off. He may have just sobered the fuck up, woke up the next day and realized, baby, that he might have just put his whole foot in his motherfucking mouth and canceled himself forever and chose to willfully walk the fuck away. Who fucking knows? But we are living in the age of Aquarius, and what doesn't come out in the wash does eventually come out in the motherfucking rinse. So there's, more evidence left to be heard from in that case. And we are going to revisit Christian Keys' tell-all on alleged Tyler Perry. Now, Tyler Perry's lawyers have responded to these claims. Okay, ABC News has reached out to Dixon's attorneys, who said, quote, "At this point, Mr. Dixon has no comment, and we believe the complaint speaks for itself." In response to the lawsuit, Matthew Boyd, an attorney for Tyler Perry and TPS Production Services LLC, said, quote, "This is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. But Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident that these fabricated claims of harassment will in fact fail." Good Morning America has reached out to BET as well for comment. All right, so Tyler's attorneys are calling this thing a shakedown. This is nothing more than a money grab, no more than when Jane Doe was seeking millions of dollars from Jay-Z, you know, in a frivolous lawsuit, or all the other frivolous lawsuits that have been formed and filed against public figures, etc. We know that a lot of these attorneys are corrupted and salacious, like Tony Busby and Tyrone Blackburn and Gloria Allred, etc., girl, who are into sensationalizing claims and pushing fake and frivolous bullshit for a payout. But my whole thing about this thing is, was Tyler Perry even sent a demand letter? Because that's key here. Demand letters, like cease and desist, are not mandatory in litigation, but they are helpful, especially if you're not wanting to go through the rigmarole of a trial. You're not wanting to have to actually burden yourself with proof against the defendant. What you do is send a demand letter via your lawyer to the defending party and say, look, this is what I'm making a claim of. This is what I have at my beckon, and I'm interested in resolving this without the courts, okay? And then if the defendant agrees to a mediation, then both parties' attorneys get together, they come to some figures, find a mutual, both parties sign an NDA, a check is cleared, and everybody gets to walk away, and the defendant, if they are famous in this case, gets to avoid all of this negative public publicity behind a published complaint against them, okay? Considering that this complaint got filed anyway, either means that there was an initial demand letter sent, and maybe Tyler Perry and Dixon could not reach a reasonable middle, because Dixon is going for $260 million, which is an extraordinary amount of money for what he's considering to be sexual harassment and sexual assault. But hell, even Cassie only got $20 million, and she was trafficked and drugged and, you know, having near-death experiences every other damn Thursday, fucking around with damn Diddy for years, you know, and she only got 20 damn million. So Dixon going for 260 million Bitcoins, bitch. It's kind of unheard of, even when the accusations and claims are of sexual violation. So if that's what Dixon was really hoping to get in a pre-litigation, is something within the hundreds of millions, versus Tyler, who was probably more so on the 5 to 15 million, then it's possible that they could not reach a middle, and Dixon decided, hey, I got white privilege. The same thing in Shannon Sharp's litigation. Nigga, I ain't got to settle for you lowballing me. I'm white. I'm more than likely going to have first dibs any motherfucking way on, you know, the social side and on the criminal justice side. I'm a frail, beautiful, white, blue-eyed, all-American male accusing a big 6'5", effeminate, closeted, down low-ass, weird-ass black man of harassing me, coercing me, okay, putting me through all these goddamn psyops and shit. I ain't got to settle for your 5 to 10 million, bitch. I'm sure I can get way more out of that by just taking your black ass to task. Or there simply was no demand letter. They just pulled the trigger. So Tyler Perry may not have saw this coming. He may not have had an opportunity to mitigate this thing out of court. But if he did get a demand letter and he knew this was coming and he refused to make Dixon happy in whatever Dixon was wanting, and Dixon went forward and filed anyway, I can only assume that Tyler Perry is going to have a sensible defense against these claims, because why else would you allow someone to move forward with these claims if you were given the opportunity to keep them quiet, unless you were confident in your ability to defend yourself against this? Or maybe not. Maybe Tyler Perry doesn't plan on per se defending himself, more so than he does plan on just dragging this broke ass nigga through the legal system forever, drying his ass up and smashing him to smithereens financially, which wealthy people sometimes do. But because Tyler has been called officially to the carpet legally, he is going to have to respond to this lawsuit even before it gets to mediation. You don't just get to skip the defense and then get to mediation. So he's going to have to formally respond to these claims of sexual coercion, these claims of sexual harassment. I mean, a lot of people right now are really focused on the text messages, like, oh, this is weak, baby. It's a lot more going in this goddamn complaint than the damn text messages. This man also accused Tyler Perry of sexually assaulting him every time he was in Tyler Perry's personal quarters, whether that was in Tyler Perry's home or whether that was in Tyler Perry's trailer. He done accused this motherfucking man of choking the goddamn eyeballs out of his eye sockets. He done accused this goddamn man of trying to pull his goddamn white weenie out of his goddamn drawers and trying to fist him all up in his Fruit of the Loom ass underwear, baby. Okay, he done accused this man of doing all the things. The text messages, girl, are just one part of the allegations. The text messages just demonstrate how Tyler Perry was obviously pressed and interested and desperate for this man's attention and validation. And if anything, it definitely proves that Tyler Perry is on the sexual spectrum of some kind, whether that's bisexual, pansexual, white sexual, whatever the hell you want to call it. All right? But alongside those text messages is also accusations of direct physical assault, which is why some of the counts are sexual battery or gender-based violence, etc. And the complaint says that Dixon has proof of this. So we haven't even seen the full gamut of this alleged proof. The text messages were only the prelude, baby. The text messages are only just they're just creating a foundation for their claim right now. If this thing goes to trial and once they get to discovery in this case, that's when more seeming evidence from Dixon's side will be brought to the table to legitimize his claims against Tyler Perry. And the question is going to be, how will this impact Tyler Perry's brand, his reputation, if this white man proves that Tyler Perry is fuck him being gay? Nobody cares and nobody is surprised that Tyler Perry is queer, okay? But if Tyler Perry is a abuser, girl, if he's pulling some of the same plays out of the Diddy playbook, out of the R. Kelly playbook, out of the Epstein-Weinstein playbook, is the Black community prepared to hold Tyler Perry accountable? Because right now, most of the Black community is Team Tyler Perry. And speaking of Team Tyler Perry, let's get into some of the comment sections, okay? Well, before we do that, Tyler Perry also did a pre-recorded video that he put out, girl, in the hours following the publicizing of this lawsuit, girl. Of course, he did not address a damn thing, but he was up on a mountaintop singing to his ancestors, girl, or hell, sending up praises and goddamn spells and shit to them damn gargoyles, those niggas in these damn Illuminati boulets be praying to, girl, to get all they motherfucking power, allegedly, child. Check out Tyler Perry's unrelated video following the hours of this lawsuit being filed.
Some of y'all know the rest. I just wanted to come on and just tell everybody, just be as calm as you can. He's got the whole world in his hands. Got the whole world in his hands. Hey, I'm just sitting here on my porch just looking. What am I looking at? I'm looking to the hills from whence cometh my help.
From which cometh his help, girl, is Tyler Perry up there on the Alaskan mountains, baby, casting spells and curses, bitch, calling in his army of demons, bitch, What you up there on the mountain doing, girl? What's coming, baby, okay? Is he up there looking at Russell Simmons, bitch? Is he that close to the border, girl, okay? Calculating the distance between the United States jurisdiction and the jurisdiction of Mexico and Israel, bitch, okay? How far he got to run, bitch, if shit get thick. What you up there doing, bitch, Perry?
My help? Some of y'all know the rest. I just wanted to come on and just tell everybody, just be as calm as you can. He's got the whole world.
Okay, so somebody said that this is that this video from 2020, it was misheard from TMZ and others. Baby, okay? Well, I'm sure he still got access to that rocking chair, baby, okay? That's exactly where his ass is, up there, girl. Calling out to the angels, girl, because shit just might get thick. Now, speaking of shit getting thick, there's another conversation, right, around if there is some concerted, weird-ass, dark-hearted agenda against a lot of our black millionaires. You guys know that Smokey Robinson just got sued for $50 million by 4 illegal DEI immigrant-ass women, girl, who done crawled through the Underground Railroad and who done illegally paddled over here on damn banana boats and shit, okay, to work for him as nannies throughout his years, who accused his ass of sexual battery. He done fucked around and pulled a reverse goddamn Uno and sued them hoes for suing his ass, okay? Smokey Robinson, all you gotta do is call ICE, bitch, okay? Get them up out of her just like Portia got her ninja up out of her, girl, okay? Simon is around here reporting loud, live, and in color from Nigeria, ho, not Chicago, okay? Then you guys know there was this whole thing against Diddy and people feeling like, oh, there's a concerted effort there, and all the shit with Tory Lanez, there's a concerted effort there, and all the shit with R. Kelly, oh, there's a concerted effort there, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Look, there may be a agenda. I'm not going to negate the fact that maybe, but here's a more grounded truth, okay? And shout out to the commenter who said this under a Jasmine Brand post, okay? You guys know the king of CTs, aka conspiracy theories, Alex Jones, is being accused of hiding millions from Sandy Hook families after a $1.3 billion defamation lawsuit, okay? So this nigga is being reinvestigated. Well, a commenter said this at the bottom here. For those that say they only going after black men, here it is. Alex, Jeffrey, Harvey, actor Danny Masterson from That 70s Show, Kevin Spacey, and etc. have gotten dragged publicly and either gone to jail, in prison, or paid millions in fines. Okay? Those are the facts. It's not just successful black ass men who are being ran down on, girl. Okay? All powerful people are being ran down on right now, despite creed and color. And I'm going to say this before we move on. To be honest, I wouldn't give a motherfucking damn if there was a damn agenda specifically to target black, wealthy, successful entrepreneurs, businessmen, black, successful talent, etc., as long as the T is organic. Because I don't think that black criminals should be any more welcomed into the world than white goddamn criminals are. So I wouldn't give a damn if it was a concerted effort. It doesn't justify all of the silly ass, demonic, diabolical ass ish that be going on in these spaces and industries against vulnerable ass people. As long as the rundown is based on facts, as long as the rundown is based on the objective, I don't give a damn who comes first in line, the white or the damn black. Sweep all they motherfucking asses up, baby. If you want to prioritize the black criminals first, my God, do what you do. As long as they're in fact guilty as charged. I feel no motherfucking way about black corruption being held accountable. I do think it's unfortunate because of casting systems and classism and racism that we have a disproportionate criminal justice system. But nonetheless, sitting that aside, as long as the motherfuckers y'all putting on the cross, in fact, objectively should be there, I don't give a damn that they there. And I don't give a damn that they there early. And I don't give a damn that they there first. Because the reality is they did what they did in order to be qualified to be there, bitch. On the cross. Moving along. What's going on, IG? Hey, boo. Hey, bougie. All right, let's get into some more things here. Let's get into the comment section because I want to get you guys' opinions about rather y'all are Team Tyler Perry at this juncture or what y'all thoughts are, because based upon what I've been seeing from the blogs, it seems as though most of the black community is sticking with Tyler Perry right now, which is fine. Okay, right now he is innocent until proven guilty. And if the black community wanna, be on code right now, I ain't got no problem with that at this juncture, okay? But let's gorge through the comment sections right here, okay? This was the comment section when the lawsuit first was published, all right? One user says, Medea is having fun, and that's fine. Just hire me on one of your shows. Someone else says, Tyler just needs to tell people what he likes, and people will leave him alone. It's 2025, living your damn truth, even though this complaint ain't got nothing to do with his sexuality, more so than it has to do with whether he's been abusive or not. Another user says, I have a hard time believing a smart man like Tyler would be so open with someone he just met and risk losing all he worked for. Well, that's kind of the naivety of powerful people, right? Is that they believe, bitch, they're above the law. They get very reckless like this and put themselves in compromising position because they believe that nobody will form up against them. They believe that the people who they're trying to coerce and take advantage of are too desperate to hold them accountable and will just acquiesce to their demands and desires. They believe that their resources and their money and their fame and their connections will shield them from any attempt to expose them or hold them accountable. So I'm not shocked that Tyler Perry, if these things are true, that he would put himself in this position. Because for a lot of abusers, sometimes their whole motivation for fame, their whole motivation for achieving wealth is so that they can better get away with their abusive behavior. Because all these things help to give them immunity. Social immunity through fame and a cult following. Financial resources, so you can have judges and polices and courts in your back pockets in case a bitch want to try you legally. And then you prey on the have-nots because these people are more inclined to doing what they have to do for their bag and for their stability, and will subject themselves endlessly to this mania for what they have never had or haven't had in a long time, which is financial stability and or finally their big break. Or this is the closest they've ever gotten to the fulfillment of their dreams, and by any means necessary, they're going to hold on to that proximity. So I'm not surprised if these things are true, that Tyler Perry was sloppy enough, because he has all of the resources to shield him from accountability for the most part. Someone else says, I don't think that this white boy is winning this. That's just me. Someone else says, for everybody saying that it's illegal for an employer to be friends with their employees, that is in fact incorrect. Someone else says, prove it, because nobody got anything like that from them light ass text messages. And once again, there's more going on in this complaint than just damn text messages. Someone else says, Madea being exposed as a top was not on my 2025 bingo card. Someone else says Madea is having fun, and that's fine. Just hire me on your show. Okay, so I'm going to do a poll right now. I'm going to ask you guys, right now, are you team Tyler Perry? Let's do a motherfucking poll. Let's do a census data. Let's do a census right now. You guys run them likes up, honey. It's almost 500 of y'all in the building and only 200 plus likes. Let's get these likes all the way up. Are you team Tyler Madea Perry? All right, just put the poll in there. Are you team Tyler Perry Dia right now? Vote off on that. Let me get to my docket and see if I missed anything. Tyler Perry video, Black Billionaire, Tyler Perry making these men channel. Okay, so let's talk some more about this. Tyler Perry making these men talent just to get in their draws instead of outsourcing for available men who are genuinely interested in him. Why go about things this way, some people might say? Tyler Perry, even if he is considered ugly as hell, is wealthy as hell. And there's always somebody willfully ready to lay it low and spread it wide, baby. Because money talks and bullshit walks, okay? Okay? Everybody don't need to be physically attractive, because there are some people who are attracted to money, baby. Not your abs, not your bone structure, not your complexion, bitch. They attracted to your wallet, hoe. They attracted to the lifestyle you've been able to muster, baby. So there are some people, baby, who don't give a damn about what you look like, sugar, okay? So there is a abundance of available individuals for Tyler Perry that would willfully hook up with him, be his show ponies, be his little sweet things, be his little secret, be his little boy toys. He don't got to play these coercive games. He don't got to alley-oop people and dangle their dreams over their heads and do all of this unnecessary shit when there is a whole community of people who will fuck with Tyler Perry just because he famous and wealthy as fuck. They are suck that dick of free will, baby. They are throw that immigrant ass in a circle free will, baby. They are pop puss free will. They are slang pain free will. So the question is, if these claims are true and Tyler Perry is guilty of doing these things and pursuing men in this way, why would he do that? Well, I have to always remind you guys, it's because predators like to prey. That's why. Predators like to hunt. There's no thrill, baby. If little Miss Birdie just laid out there in the damn sun, baby, waiting to be devoured. Oh, no. That don't get them off. There needs to be obstacle and challenge and barrier and wall and speed bump and firewall and shielding in place, because being able to successfully bulldoze through all those mechanisms is what feeds the predator mentally and emotionally. It validates their egos. They need the challenge. The fetish is the challenge. Also, when it comes to abusers, they have a fetish for dominating their targets. What they're getting off to is robbing you of your autonomy, robbing you of consent, robbing you of these things. It wouldn't matter if you are freely available and you're good looking too, and you with all the BDM ass shit, baby. Tie me up. Take these drawers from me. I don't need these drawers. They need somebody who don't want to give up them drawers. Somebody who don't want to drop that skirt. Somebody who don't want to willfully lay it down, because the fetish and the perversion and the sickness is in the concept of robbing a person, raping a person of their anatomical being. That's where the get off is. So available people, willful people, oh no. Those people would be disqualified. They need to be able to genuinely perpetuate harm. And you can only do that if your victim is unwilling. If the person is truly a victim and not a willing participant. They're only going to be able to get their nut, get their bullshit off, is if the person is unwilling. They're into butt breaking the mind, butt breaking the body. They don't want nobody who is consenting. They don't want nobody who simply want that and need that. It's the opposite. So for those of you who be trying to figure it out, wow, some of these people be attractive and some of these people be good looking and some of these people got all the resources. Why would they have to go about? Because that's the sickness. That's the sickness. That's the sickness. It's a sickness of the mind. It's a fetish for domineering, conquest, stripping, controlling, hunting. And predators, they are apex hunters, baby. They are an apex species. They're in it for the hunt. That's a part of how they qualify their targets. If you willfully running toward them, baby, you'll be curved. You need to be running away to end up on their radar. You need to be not like that to end up on their radar. You need to be not with that to end up on their radar. You being disinterested is how you turn them on. You being unavailable is how you turn them on. That's the turn on. That's the enticement. Because they see that you have power. And robbing you of that power is how they get off. Somebody who can say no is interpreted as a powerful person to an abuser. And unfortunately, instead of that saving the potential victim, it only entices their victimizer even more. The more liberated the person behaves, the more of a target they becomes. The more voice of a person that a person has, the more of a target they have on their back. The more independence they have, the more of a target they become. All these things that should repel and reject a healthy person. I said no. I said leave me alone. I said I'm not interested. Find you another bitch. That'll work on a healthy person. On a deviant and on a abuser, oh baby, that becomes a challenge. You just opened up a door of unimaginable horrors. by being independent and autonomous. So this is the unfortunate dynamic of the victim and the victimizer. Okay, let me check this poll to see how y'all voted. Okay. So 32% of y'all are Team Tyler Perry right now, and 68% of y'all are not Team Tyler Perry. Okay, hold on. So let me do another poll. Let's do another poll. Do y'all believe these claims that have been following Tyler Perry for years? Okay, do y'all believe these claims that have been following Tyler Perry for years? Okay, vote off on that, and happy Juneteenth, everybody. Let's see what else we got up here. All right, so speaking of Team Tyler Perry, 50 Cent is Team Tyler Perry right now. Team Tyler Perry. 50 Cent took to his Twitter and Instagram and said, did that bitch just say what I think he said? Nah, we ain't jacking this shit, gang. No way. Okay? So he's speaking to Derek Dixon's claims that Tyler Perry is an abuser and a weirdo and a harasser and a perv, etc. And 50 Cent says he ain't going. Some people are kind of surprised, okay, that 50 Cent, out of all people, is Team Tyler, when right now he damn sure is anti-Team Diddy and the Diddler baby. Okay, so 50 Cent is Team Tyler Perry right now. Let me see what these poll results look like, what the census data look like. Oh, wait, I don't think we can vote. Wait a minute, I think I did it wrong. I did a Q&A. Hold on. I did the wrong shit. Let me see. Let me undo this. Y'all run them likes up. We need all of that. All right, hold on. It's not a poll. Let's do the poll. Do y'all believe all these allegations that have been haunting Tyler Perry throughout the years? All right, vote off on that shit. Okay, while y'all doing that, let's revisit a little bit of Miss Christian Keys. I have these men, talent, large chunks of the black community. All right. Yep. All right. I got through my docket. And we ain't going to listen to all of this. Just a little bit of this. Because Christian Keys, girl, is Christian Keys sitting around triggered right now? Because remember, he came out and did this video when Tyler Perry was getting some type of accolade. I think he has some type of damn business deal with Amazon. Tyler, and Christian Keys was just like, girl, I can't believe it. I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it, girl. And got triggered, girl. He got sick of seeing Tyler Perry win. Are we going to get round 2 from Christian Keys due to Derek Dixon's lawsuit? Is Christian Keys somewhere sipping on the yak, baby? Somewhere sitting under a damn tree, girl. 2 shits away from pressing that live stream button, girl. And is Christian Keys going to end up as a star witness in Derek Dixon's lawsuit? Because he may, in fact, be subpoenaed. For all we know, Derek Dixon and Christian Keys might have been talking behind the scenes. Christian Keys might have encouraged Derek Dixon to file his suit. For all we know, Derek Dixon reached out to Christian Keys prior to filing his suit to get his opinion, since he allegedly had his own experiences with Tyler Perry. Is this why Derek Dixon felt comfortable dropping Christian Keys' claims in his complaint? is this a scheme that Christian Keys and Derek Dixon came up with, baby, for a payout? Is Tyler Perry ass gonna settle the case? Okay, let me get this census data. All right, so the majority of y'all believe all these claims by Christian Keys, claims by Lance Gross, claims by model actor Kat and Carter. Guys, check out my previous live stream where we went over all the claims against Tyler Perry against different men in the industry. Okay, 89% of y'all believes it. 11% of y'all do not. Okay, let's do another poll. Let's do another poll, baby. Do y'all think Tyler Perry will settle? Do y'all think Tyler Perry will settle? I'm going to ask y'all after this, do y'all think that Tyler Perry wants a trial by jury as well and is prepared to fight this motherfucking white ninja to the ends of the earth for his good name? Okay, and while y'all voting off on that, we're going to be getting into Miss Keys. Oh, yes. Hold on. Y'all, when I'm like, sup?
Good evening. Good. Somebody said, you don't look okay. I'm okay. I'm not
Going movies, not to have 15 backups. I can press play and you can hear the person and you'll know immediately who the person is that's offering me $100,000 to strip. You'll know right away, and it'll break your heart. I won't have to say the person's name, but I can and I will. I don't mind throwing a polygraph or 3 or 5 on live TV, and I'll pass all of them because it's the truth. This industry is something else. It's wonderful.
Okay, so for those of y'all who believe, okay, so y'all think he won't, so y'all think he will settle. 63% of y'all think he gonna settle. And y'all feel, but some of y'all feel like, no, he ain't gonna settle because his shit gonna take a blow. But if the majority of the black community don't give a fuck if Tyler Perry is guilty, because maybe what's working in Tyler Perry's favor right now is the fact that his accuser is white. And black people right now have white fatigue. Black people are already in this mindset that there is a conspiracy targeting successful black people, particularly successful black men. And a lot of black people feel like it's just mighty coincident that Tyler Perry just had this major win with Straw, 25 million clicking views on Netflix, trending the whole 9. And then all of a sudden, here's a lawsuit dropping within the next 48 hours. So some people are willing to side with Tyler Perry just on the strength of race loyalty right now. Like, oh, your accuser is white. We sick of white people. We sick of the white wing. We sick of the Republicans. We sick of motherfucking Donald Trump. Girl, it's team black all the way. Right, wrong, or indifferent, bitch is black through and through, wide and wide. Girl, is team nigga. So just on the strength of the racial dynamics in this case, some black people are willing to be loyal. What's going on, Gabriella? So Tyler Perry may settle because y'all are not going to give a fuck and going to have his back any motherfucking way. So then there's no good name to really protect. Most of his audience is black and he's already a billionaire. So even whatever backlash he may get from potentially being canceled, there'll be a few sponsors that'll pull out. There'll be a few institutions and corporations that'll put his ass on pause. But he's already made all this coin. And y'all don't give a damn. So then, what is there to endure and suffer through this litigation for? We can just wrap this shit up and move along. Who would he be fighting for his good name from? If y'all already in the droves saying, fuck Dixon, it's Team Tyler, and you need to be running us season 2 of Black is Beautiful, or Beautiful is Black. Now, if Tyler Perry does settle, it ain't gonna make his reputation no goddamn better. I mean, it ain't gonna help the reputation, but hell, who cares about a reputation if the reality is, right? My world gonna stay together. Regardless of this little dark cloud, you know, floating behind me. The reality is my shit's still together. Don't give a damn about a goddamn reputation. I'm also wondering how is Tyler Perry going to respond to practically being outed, because Tyler Perry has been self-identifying as a straight man. If his defense is disgruntled employee, baby, I'm not sure if that's going to clear up or help to keep him in the closet that he thinks he's successfully hitting in. Because those text messages and these allegations are calling for him to have to speak also directly to the question of what his sexual and romantic interests are. And if he prefers his romance and his sextivities from a man or from a woman. How in the hell is Tyler Perry going to navigate that? How is he going to speak to that? He's being called to the carpet by a man. What had happened was, Tyler, I'm interested to see how this nigga gonna act. I am so curious, y'all. I cannot wait till we get an official legal response, because I want to see how in the hell Tyler Perry is about to navigate this whole thing. He's being essentially outed, and he's been accused of being an abuser. Those are two major controversies, since he's not an open pansexual, same-gender loving man. This is going to make his defense very unique and interesting. And I'm curious to know how they're going to do that in an attempt to keep the I am straight narrative strong. Shout out to LJ. But the reparations, you guys, LJ is our residential Black Trump supporter, okay? Me and LJ came to an agreement that because his black ass voted for Trump, that he would have to pay me reparations monthly, okay? As a correction and a way to hold our friendship together. And LJ has been successfully paying his reparations to me as a member of Black MAGA. So shout out to LJ for the audacity piece of monthly reparation. All right. So I'm curious to know, y'all, how in the hell he gonna navigate this shit. Because this is wild. This is wild.
We get to chase our dreams, and we get to live other lives. I get to be a judge or an FBI agent. I get to be a girl dad. And some of the people that you think are your mentors are literally and figuratively just trying to fuck you. I have documentation from the dealership for the car that they tried to buy as an apology for offering me $100,000 a strip. It's time. I really want to just clear the air, because I'm tired. And then where I'm at now, it still feels like that person is fucking with you just to fuck with you, just to mess with you. The industry can be wonderful. I'm grateful, be clear, that this person showed me how not to be. When I'm a boss, people get daps and church ups. The attractive women that work on
Okay.
even.
So Danielle says that Tyler has a type. people been saying, what the hell type other than type fine? Because really, if you look at all the men, Derek Dixon, Christian Keys, Lance Gross, Catton Carter, so on and so on and so on, he definitely likes them fit. That's clear. He don't want him no out of shape ass ninja, baby. As I said yesterday or day before, he like them Herculean ass men, baby. Them Herculean built ass ninjas. Okay? Aside from being fit, though, the only other commonality is fine as hell. So it can transcend race. Long as they fit and fine, that's Tyler Perry's type.
Even on my shows, my productions, they get daps and church hugs. That's it. Because this person showed me how not to be when I'm in charge and when I built something and when I created something. I hear you, Purnell. I'm going to be cool. I'm going to dial it back. You get on my nerves because I know you're right, but it's in my fucking bone marrow, and I'm tired of this person gallivanting around doing these PR stunts. Oh, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. Well, then speak on, if you going to have...
Ooh, cha. Baby.
We're going to have a conversation, y'all, really soon. Really, really soon.
Drunker than drunk.
Really soon. And I thank God that he made me the way that I am. Because I know he sat back and watched, like, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to acquiesce and take this movie that's going to make 60, 70, 80 million dollars? Are you going to take this picture? Are you going to go to that late night audition, that late night table read? No, you ain't built me like that.
Okay, now these were the Easter eggs that made people believe that Chris Key was talking about Tyler. Successful billionaire, director. Ain't nothing but one of those people fit that profile at this, at this point still. And these private table readings. Remember, there's been allegations that Tyler Perry likes to have these private, table reads with his staff and his talent. So these were all the multiple Easter eggs that were being dropped by Christian Keys, girl, and this distinctive voice, etc. And this shock. Oh, y'all will be shocked. Y'all will be shocked. Yeah. Mr. Tyler Perry, the humanitarian, philanthropist, Christian, paying, black talent, their worth, etc. That this is why these claims will be shocking, because of who this person attempts to represent themselves as.
Shot at, stomped out more than most of the people that are here on this live put together. P, I'm going to call you in a minute. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to.
Christian keeps playing motherfucking games at this time. He was in the comment section of the blog. One person was like, oh, he's talking about Tyler Perry. He got under there and said, I'm not talking about Tyler Perry. Then in another blog, somebody was saying, he ain't talking about Tyler Perry. He got under that person's comment and said, I ain't never not cleared his name. Baby, let me tell you, Christian Keys was whistleblowing to Tyler Perry ass. All of that was in an attempt, in my opinion, to get Tyler on the phone, to get one of Tyler Perry's alleged fixers to reach out to him so that they could talk some motherfucking numbers, or else his ass was ready to blow steam. Now, since he did not go forward on none of his claims to turn Tyler ass to the authorities, to the feds, he didn't go and make do on what he said and cry aloud from the mountain and all this, that, the third, all the black men, all the black boys who getting felt up all in between their asses on the casting couch by Tyler, allegedly. Okay, he ain't went and did none of that. So it would seem that maybe he got that call. Maybe he got that check. The executive producer of Surviving Tyler Perry told Sandra Rose ass that the NDA they believe that Christian Keys had to sign to get his check from Tyler might be prohibiting him from participating in that documentary, child. My God.
It out, but I'm so fucking close because I'm tired. I'm tired. And it needs to be told. And the bad part is I'm gonna be painted as the villain when I was the one that was sexually harassed for years, bullied, intimidated, and sexually harassed for years. And I'm going to be painted as the villain because y'all have deified this person. This person. And then if a person tells you over and over, first of all, in general, you have no right to touch anybody. None. Now, that's why I'm careful. Like when I do my shows and everything, you know, it's just church hugs. I put the veils on and I kiss people on the hair up here. Nothing sexual, nothing weird, nothing crazy. And I'm trusting that, you know, the fans will receive that out of a place of love and connection. But you are not allowed to touch somebody without their permission.
But see, how do we know that he wasn't really talking about Vivica? Because he also was in the comment sections saying he wasn't talking about Tyler Perry, and then came back and also said, you know, he did not clear Tyler Perry's name. So Christian Keys is in the business of muddying the truth and muddying the waters and backdooring his own agenda and talking out of both sides of his motherfucking neck. So we don't in fact know if we can take his ass seriously about clearing Vivica Fox's her motherfucking name, because he does too much looping and back and forwarding.
Not allowed to try to touch them in a sexual or private place without their permission. And if they've already declared, like, hey, bruh, I get that that's your thing, but I like black women and Hennessy. And so miss me with the bullshit, because I'm never going to be open to that. I'm never going to swing at that pitch. Like I'm batting for this team over here. God made ovaries and fallopian tubes and vagina, labia majora, labia minora, uterus. It's just wonderful over here. So I'm going to stay over here, like, chill. And then this person still tries to grab you, physically grab you.
He talking codes, but more than talking in codes. This is what happens when you talk in the vibration of pussy. Christian Keys is a pussy. And that's why he got to talk in goddamn parables and subliminals and backtracking, retracking, reconnecting, re-edit, unedit, redo the damn editing, because when you pussy, you gonna talk in broken ebonic intellect.
Cassie speaking out has reminded me about not just me, because it was really going through, because it lasted for years. But her speaking out, people need to know. And the funny thing is, predators like that, they resent the prey that got away. They resent the prey that got away. The prey that didn't fold, the prey that didn't acquiesce and say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take this L and sacrifice my morals for this opportunity.
And for all we know, hell, maybe he was whistleblowing the Vivica A. Fox ass as well. As well, baby. Bitch, you better cut the check before I put an address on you and that damn lace front hairline, bitch. Shit. Christian Keys was trying to anonymously gather all the bags, girl. He was out here telling all of the anonymous subliminal Hollywood T-girl, making everybody ass run the bag up, girl, pre-litigation. Honey, okay, this is a pre-litigating expose.
That was around the time that I was considering going back to Michigan. 08, 09. Because work was slow, and the work that was coming was offered with a side of penis. And yeah, that don't do nothing for me. I'm batting for y'all team. So, at some point soon, I've spoken with my attorney trying to figure out how to deal with it. It's never been about money. I literally intentionally let the statute of limitations pass. It's not about money or being able to sue. But at some point, really soon, the police report is going to be filed, and I'll turn over the recordings of the inappropriate behaviors and the inappropriate offers. I'll turn over the paperwork for the car that was bought as an apology for offering me $100,000 to take my clothes off.
Now, the EP who reached out to Sandra Bland did confirm a car was purchased, and Christian Keys is saying that this was a car purchased on behalf of Tyler Perry, offering him $100,000 to drop the motherfucking drawers and show him that big ass Latino dick, girl. So he got him a car, girl. Love bond them, honey, for silence.
And y'all can hear him.
Ooh, child. Now remember, Dixon claiming the same shit, girl. He received cars and clothes and drawers and pay raises and everything, honey, for an NDA, for a self-imposed NDA.
Very distinctive. And I wanna empty. I'm tired.
Now here's how Christian Keys gagged himself. He says, I intentionally allowed the statute of limitations to expire because this is not about money. And then turned around and also said, bitch, I'm about to run down there to the police and turn this thing in. That makes no sense, girl. If you on your Avengers Assemble leading the charge against the head of the Black Boule, one of the three-part trinity to Lee Daniels and Oprah Ozipra Rentfree, girl, why would you take more ammo out of your GUN? Because you could have used the statutes as another weapon against this anonymous Black billionaire director producer with this distinct voice. Only for you to turn around and want to go to the authorities. That makes no fucking sense. Like, Christian Keys was talking out of both sides of his goddamn neck. The reality is, I do not believe Christian Keys had any recordings. I do not believe he had this person's voice. I don't believe he recorded no phone calls. I don't believe any of that shit. But I believe his experiences, and he know that the person he whistleblowing to knows that these things he's saying is true. He's only trying to scare this person into being alarmed enough to reach out to him so they can talk about whatever the fuck it is he want as a result of what he done endured. So all of that, I'm going to run to the police. I got recordings. I got recording pens and number 2 pencils and shit. All of that shit was just intimidating tactics to coerce the person he accusing of this shit to get a fixer-upper on the motherfucking line so we can start talking about some solutions and remedies and some motherfucking righteous repercussions and retribution, bitch, about how you going to clear this trauma up out of my ass. Ain't no motherfucking recordings. And because it was going to be his word for Tyler's, who I believe he talking about, that's why he never was confident in running a lawsuit against Tyler because he had done fucked around and realized, bitch, I done endured all this shit from this wealthy man, and I wasn't even smart enough, girl, to get none of this shit objectively on goddamn footage, on audio, on nothing, bitch. And who gonna believe me against Tyler Perry? I'm a cockeyed Latino nobody. Who the hell is gonna believe me? Against this big, powerful man. So he didn't intentionally allow the statute of limitations. In my opinion, you weren't confident enough to sue him because you ain't have no objective evidence. So the statute of limitations end up exhausting. And then as Tyler Perry, aka your alleged abuser, continue to go be more successful and more successful and more successful, and you couldn't hardly turn the goddamn channel, and you couldn't hardly get on social media without seeing Tyler Perry be praised and praised and praised and praised, you end up getting frustrated and fucking gaslit and really needing that smoke from Tyler Perry. But because you pussy, despite all the testicular strength you proclaim, you still wanted a soft way to hold Tyler accountable, aka a discreet way to hold him accountable. So you got your ass online after you got and indulged in liquid courage, said all the parables you needed to say to arouse all the things you needed to arouse, and then you sat back and waited on that email or that FaceTime or that text message or that phone call, and things potentially got worked out. But the reason why there's a big social foot in your ass, Christian Keys, is because you got up here claiming you was going to expose this person and put an address on it because you didn't want this to happen to any other Christian Keys. That you so empathetic and wanted to stop this behavior because you knew this was perpetual deviance and that there were more unsuspecting young talent coming across this person's desk, more than likely being exploited and subjected and compromised. And you did not make good on that. And because you made those your declarations, you made those promises to your industry peers, you made those promises publicly, the public has a right to criticize you for not putting an end to this ballistic tyranny at the hands of this wealthy billionaire that you are more than aware of is not well, because you are a victim yourself of circumstances.
Killing this shit. There's a reason now why I fight more than ever when somebody wrongs me, and why I almost too aggressively speak up is because I wasn't brave enough to then, and I regret not being able to be strong enough, and I resent that part of me that wasn't strong enough to speak up about it. It's taking everything in me not to air out everything and put all the recordings online, put all the paperwork and the PDFs online.
Whistleblowing, baby.
That this person's company would be on the bill of sale for a vehicle unless it's right after the timestamped recording of him offering me $100 grand to take my clothes off. He said, I don't have to touch you. I just want to see you naked. I'm like, the fuck? What? Like, you know, I'm not into that. I don't fuck around like that. I don't do that. What the fuck? What? Leave. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Get out. I thought you were my brother and my friend. And this definitely has nothing to do with my brother who's in here. Be clear. I thought this person was a brother type figure, a mentor type figure. But for you to continuously throw these opportunities, you know good and damn well, all it ever was you pretending to be a mentor trying to get some ass.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
That'll never happen. I don't bat for that team. Yeah, but I gotta get off of here and talk to my brother because I'm so fucking close to just airing everything out and just dumping everything online in the morning. I'm tired, man. I'm not forgiving myself. I didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't brave enough back then because somebody said, forgive yourself. KG.
Now remember, the actor who played as Carlton Pearson in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Alfonso Ribeiro, also experienced something so dark when it came to Tyler Perry that he never wants to work with him or have him have anything to do with his career. Alfonso Ribeiro recently made it clear on social media that he doesn't want Tyler Perry's help with his career, stating, quote, I don't need or ever want that man to do anything for me, after someone suggested Perry should revamp Ribeiro's career on Twitter. While the exact reason for Ribeiro's statements are not specified, it's known that he directed 12 episodes of Perry's sitcom Meet the Browns. Ribeiro's statement sparked some questions, especially since his Fresh Prince of Bel-Air co-star and friend Will Smith has been on good terms with Perry. Baby, it's some dark shit in the milk, baby. It's some bad shit, bitch. Baby, that Surviving Tyler Perry documentary is about to be lit as a motherfucker, baby.
It's heavy on my heart, man, and I'm tired. And we around here deifying people that go out and do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna pay off this, and I'm gonna pay off that, and I'm gonna pay off that. But at the same time, these same people are predators. I'm not blaming myself for saying no. I'm not blaming myself for almost quitting acting. I'm just mad at me for not being brave enough to say something sooner. That's the only thing that I regret. I wish I'd have been brave enough. I'm him now. I know who I am. I know who God built me to be. And I'm not afraid of those consequences. My concern is that a lot of y'all are going to be like, man. And your immediate reaction is going to be like, oh, well, we got to protect our deity. We got to protect. It's going to have to happen. I'm interested to see which peers are mad at me because it may interfere with their work. But, yeah. You get a grown-ass man that knows that you're heterosexual and you're sleeping off Hennessy in his guest room.
And here's that infamous guest room shit, baby. Baby, they say it goes down in the boom boom room. It goes down in the DMs. Apparently, bitch, it keeps going down in Tyler Perry's guest bedroom, baby. Y'all know that's where all the assaults and things, girl. All of the roping and groping and molesting took place allegedly against Derek Dixon, which was in that motherfucking guest bedroom, girl. Was Christian and Derek getting essayed in the same bed, on the same mattress? Do the FBI need to come up in there, baby, and raid that damn mattress, baby, and put it up against a damn black light? Baby, that damn guest bedroom of Tyler Perry's is about as dark as the diabetic stain on the back of a bitch's neck.
Because he says it's safe. Because I know I'm bad, so I'm after a big party. Won't say what type, won't say where. I'm asleep. I'm gone because I'm 4-5 Hennessy's deep and not short Hennessy's either. And this dude tries to climb into bed with you. So you spaz out, push him out, like, what the fuck? Get ready to leave. He apologizes, blame it on...
Now remember, there are some striking parallels between Christian Key's experiences and Derek Dixon's. In that same guest bedroom, Derek Dixon said Tyler Perry, after he was inebriated and got drunk, because Tyler Perry was always handing out the drinks, when these men would come over, and just like Christian Key's is drunk and quote unquote is offered, to sleep it off safely in Tyler Perry's guest bedroom, Derek Dixon said that he was fed drinks and then allowed to sleep it off in Tyler Perry's guest bedroom. And just like Christian Key's went to bed and woke up with a 6'5" versatile top with a dingy church wig on, spooning his motherfucking ass, Derek Dixon woke up to a 6'5" alleged versatile top with a dingy 6'13" church wig on, spooning his motherfucking ass.
Alcohol. And you try to forgive him. So you're like, all right, man. All right, I'm gone. You shake his hand on the way out, and he tries to grab your penis. He tries to shake and grab your equipment. And you spaz even more. Like, what the fuck you doing, man? What the fuck? Oh, my bad. So you go to leave, he tries to do it again.
Wow.
Now, at that point, my only regret is not breaking multiple bones in this person's face.
Now, speaking of multiple bones, remember, according to Storm and Rose sources, he was told of a incident between one of Tyler Perry's actors, Lance Gross, who also is a Herculean built man. And according to the story that Storm and Rose was told, Tyler Perry had made an inappropriate gesture, inappropriate, unwarranted ass, unsolicited contact with Lance Gross' dick, grabbed the man by the dick. And Lance Gross allegedly did what Christian Key's couldn't bring himself to do, which is sock the shit out of Tyler Perry girl. Sock the Medea out of his ass, girl. Not Tyler Perry ass so hard he knocked him off his fucking feet. All allegedly, child.
Like beating the dog shit out of this person, right?
And you ain't seen Lance Gross with Tyler Perry ass since either.
Because that's available to me at all times. That in her grizzly bear is always available, but in the moment, I'm like, what the fuck? And but you got a guy that's a billionaire, and I got $3,000 in my bank account.
Christian Key's was living off of Dollar General pasta and bologna and bottled water. My God, today.
Don't believe. Right? I got that $3,000. That's my son's mom's rent for next month.
Oh, okay, so I guess a check must have cleared, baby. He said, okay, bitch, I think we got to understand it. I know I'm sexy enough, baby, for you to be grabbing for the dick, girl, but you cleared that up with the check. I own 3/4 of the pains. Aye. We'll act like this never happened, Tyler. I ain't mad at it, Lance Gross, honey. Get your motherfucking coin grab.
Gotta make sure little man's taken care of. That's my rent, and that's a little bit for the gas tank, and the rest of it, I can go to the dollar store and get some bread and bologna and hot dogs and mustard, and I can get by. Work was slow, and a lot of the work that was coming it had penis attached to it. I'm like, fuck that, man. That's not what I want. That's not what I'm about to do. I regret not speaking up then, not being brave enough to, and I regret not hurting this person.
Now, if he regretted not doing that then, and still didn't even do it after this, I wonder where's the level of extra regret at this point, since he regretted not being proactive and pursuing justice then, and still didn't pursue none, and challenge this person to hold them accountable even after all of this. We need Christian Keys on the line.
Because I had a big heart. Mother had a big heart. Mother's heart was this big Flemish. She was like a little yellow boy. You finna come and you gonna be a part of my family. And I always try to think about things, and not lash out, even though I wanted to, even though I want to. I'm mad at me for not hitting him. I'm mad at me for not speaking up and saying something. Because between that year and now, how many young Black actors have fell for that? How many of them, and you can hear him say it you can hear him on the conversations. You can hear him on the conversations. You can hear him say that he has several guys, multiple guys on payroll, 6 figures a year, that pop up and they do whatever he wants and they go back home.
Now, remember, Dixon made the same claim, as Tyler Perry was openly pursuing him and actively violating him, that Tyler Perry was love bombing him like Christian Keys was love bomb with cars, and Derek Dixon said he got raises and he went from making $7,000 to $16,000 a pop. Is that third?
So they pop in, they grab their ankles, they do whatever he wants. And I'm like, I'm not finna fucking do that. I'm not doing that. I don't want to make it that bad. I want to be able to shave in the fucking morning without any grief or any regret or any shame waiting for me in the mirror.
It's the gag about it is that people believed Christian Keys at the time. Christian Keys had social media on fire, bitch. People believed Christian Keys at the time. Baby, we were putting together all the goddamn Infinity Stones out here doing the process of elimination on the Black billionaires. How many of them exist, girl? How many of them ass Black? How many of their ass is male? How many of their ass is produced, girl? Baby, we were out here doing the math, girl, making it make sense, girl. People was ready for what Christian Keys had to bring. He got social media all stirred the fuck up. It was reports that Tyler wasn't showing up on set following all this drama that Christian Keys had stirred up on the internet. And people were waiting for the shoe to drop. People were waiting for Christian Keys to pull the trigger. Because Christian Keys had got everybody all wet, baby. Got everybody all. He got your areolas all hard. He was about to do his big one and pull the trigger and set some shit off. And then blue, everything just went quiet. People were ready to believe Christian Keys. People believed Christian Keys because this wasn't the first time that these type of narratives had floated up alongside Tyler Perry's name. So by the time Christian Keys showed up, he was just one of many. And people believed that he was about to be the straw to break the camel's back. But he went away swiftly.
There's a trauma that comes with being bullied and intimidated and sexually harassed like that. And the bad part is when the truth comes out, a lot of y'all in here are gonna be like, man, I don't believe it. And you can watch me on whatever news station. I'll take polygraphs live on TV. You can hear the recordings yourself. Person has a very distinctive voice when they offer me $100 grand to take my clothes off. Person has a very distinctive voice when they literally sexually assault.
And to be honest, another interesting thing is that it's more naked men in Tyler Perry's movies than there are naked women. And he definitely has quite a bit of LGBT stuff going, especially in that A Beauty is Black series, baby. They got it going on. Even Derek Dixon was playing as a homeless person, having a homeless homosexual, or was homeless and doing a gay for pay, bussy popping to survive, girl. Art was allegedly imitating life.
And try to grab my private parts, and I'm blocking her hand like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, oh, my bad. And tries to do it again. Some of these people are y'all heroes. Some of these people y'all have deified and set up on a stool or on a stoop. It's taking everything in me not to say. But I promise you this. I will promise you this. As an executive on the show, I'm grateful for this person for showing me how not to be. When you're the boss, how not to be. You don't sexually harass your employees. You don't pressure them, bully them, try to intimidate them into what you want. I am grateful for that lesson. I'm glad that God sat back, because not only was he watching to see if I was the person that he thought he had made, but he was letting me see who I am. And I'm grateful for it, because it let me know, and that gave me a lot of my bravery. I thank God that he just sat back and watched. It's going to be a conversation really soon. And it won't be a conversation or accusations. Again, I let the statute of limitations run out. It's never been about money. My concern is that this person is still doing it. Still a predator. And it's not okay. And I wish I was brave enough to speak up back then. I was worried that he would get in the way and try to interfere with my work and try to blackball me because he couldn't ball me. Pun intended. It's going to be a conversation had real soon. The beauty of non-disclosure agreements is that even if you do sign them, you can't speak about certain things, but confidentiality agreements don't, after speaking with several attorneys, they do not prohibit you. They can't prevent you from going to police departments and reporting sexual harassment and giving them your receipts, giving them your recordings, giving them your PDFs. And they don't prevent you from reporting felonies. Sexual harassment is a felony. If you tell a person, if you tell a whole grown man, like, hey, I ain't into dudes, yeah, y'all shut the fuck up. You tell a grown man, I'm not into guys, and he tries to grab your private parts, not once but twice, after trying to climb into bed with you. That is the legal definition of sexual assault. So, yeah. And no, I didn't see that documentary. Yeah, NDA and confidentiality agreement do not cover crimes, and they don't prevent you from taking all your evidence to the police, and then there's a public record. So at some point really soon, this conversation is gonna have to happen because it's fucking with me. It's bothering me. And it needs to happen. Y'all gonna be disappointed in who it is.
Oh, okay. So Tootsie just put me on to an incident involving a man who locked himself inside a Tyler Perry studio. So I went to Googleations, baby, to the book of Googleations, and I found a BET article from 2015 captioned, "Man sued by Tyler Perry seeks dismissal. Mogul says former employee stalked and harassed him." Last year, that would have been 2014, Tyler Perry filed a protective order lawsuit against a former studio employee, Joshua Soule, who he believed to be stalking him. Now Soule is fighting back against the claims and is countersuing the media mogul for harassment. He's also asking the judge to dismiss Perry's case. Soule allegedly broke into Perry's Atlanta-based studio, disabled security alarms, and locked himself inside of Perry's studio office. He reportedly wanted to talk to the director. According to reports, it took police 4 hours to get Soule out of Perry's office. Soule was arrested and charged for criminal trespassing. Perry sued Soule for damages, harassment, and legal fees amounting to $125,000. The director also suggested that Soule seek psychiatric help. Soule tells a different version of the story, claiming that Perry's lawsuit was dishonorable and is requesting that it be thrown out of court. Also, Soule didn't agree that his actions against Perry were damaging enough to incur the fine stemming from the lawsuit, although it isn't clear what action Soule is admitting to. He is also countersuing for $100,000, claiming Perry's lawsuit is unnecessary and a financial burden. Soule does, however, admit that he tried to communicate with Perry, though he wouldn't say for what purpose. Given Perry's winning streak when it comes to lawsuits, we hope Soule has an excellent lawyer. Wow, I had never heard of that. Baby, whatever frequency and vibration Tyler Perry has got, baby, he is allegedly being crazy and attracting the damn crazy.
Because y'all been fooled for years. But it's gonna have to happen. So, yeah, exactly. You said it. No means no. If I got multiple friends in the industry that are LGBTQ+. I've had drinks with a castmate and his boyfriend. I don't give a fuck who they sleeping with. I don't give a flying fuck at a Rolling Donut who these people are sleeping with. How do you treat me as a human being? That's what matters to me. That'll be the only thing that affects how I treat you. If you're respectful of my boundaries, then I can have a drink with you and your girlfriend or you and your boyfriend. Ooh. I don't care.
Ooh.
I don't have heaven to send you to. when you leave here. That's God's job to judge you. But what we not gonna do, we're not gonna try to force. Nah.
Oh my chef, if you in the chat, baby, can you get us the Fat Joe lawsuit? Oh my God. What in the hell is girl? I can't deal. I'm gonna need reparations from the industry at this point, baby, as a commentator. Chef, if you in the chat, are you able to get me the Fat Joe lawsuit, girl? Are y'all crack? What in the hell? Fat Joe's former hype man officially files a $20 million lawsuit accusing Fat Joe of having sex with minors, paying for a 15-year-old girl's BBL, forcing him to participate in humiliating sex acts, and more. Quote, more than 4,000 extra acts to maintain his standing. If we got any street committee members who can get me the paperwork, because we owe Peso $400. So we ain't able to get up in Peso right now until we pay down Peso. If any of the street committee got the paperwork, run that to me immediately. Consciouztv@gmail.com. Okay? Former employee. Let me give y'all the name so y'all know who to look up to get the paperwork. The hype man name is Terrence T.A. Dixon. All these damn Dixons. Wow, the plaintiff in Tyler Perry's lawsuit is Derek Dixon. Now, a Terrence Dixon is accusing Fat Joe. Okay, so it would be Terrence Dixon versus whatever Fat Joe's government name is. What is Fat Joe's government name? Let me see. Fat Joe's government name. Somebody get me that paperwork. I need the PDF file. Fat Joe's legal name is Joseph Antonio Cartagino. Okay? It would not be filed against Fat Joe legally. It'd be filed against Joseph Antonio Cartagino. That's Cartagena. Joseph Cartagena. All right, that's Fat Joe's legal name. If y'all can get Terrence Dixon versus Joseph Cartagena lawsuit PDF file, run me that to my email, girl. We got to get into the full read on that.
It's taken everything in me not to air that out. Everything. I've been carrying this with me for a decade and a half. More. I'm gonna get off of that subject. It's gonna be addressed, and it's gonna be addressed soon. And if anybody has a problem with me telling the truth about predators in this industry, then they are truly part of the problem. And I'll say that out front, so that way, when certain people who are worried about their work that are tied to this person or whatever, it's because they're selfish and they're worried about work. You can't treat people like that. And when I'm the boss, when I'm CEO, when I can make any TV show and film that I want, people are going to be able to come work with me and know that they don't have to worry about bullshit. They don't have to worry about opportunities being tied to sexual favors. They won't have to worry about being sexually harassed and intimidated and bullied because they didn't acquiesce to the sexual harassment or the attempted sexual assault or any of that. They're going to be able to show up and work and create amazing and great stuff without that. I was on a show And if I had done what this actress did, just switching lanes, if I had done what she did, I'd never work again and I'd be in jail. She used to come up and pat me on the jump.
Okay, so this is when he was talking about who people believe is a Vivica Fox.
My penis, like, ooh, okay, I see that print. And I checked her, I grabbed her hand right away.
That this female actress on set used to pat his penis, girl.
Checked her, like, what the fuck are you doing? That ain't okay, I'll do that shit, I'm going to jail. What are you doing? She did it again. Grabbed her hand, I'm like, stop, that shit ain't funny. We're preparing for a scene, she walks past, cups my equipment, and it's like, oh, you got some girth. When I tell you, had that been a dude, I'd have punched them in their motherfucking mouth.
No, it wouldn't have been, because you didn't even punch Tyler Perry in the mouth.
If I behaved like this woman, this particular actress had done, in that moment, I'd be in jail.
Yes.
I'd be canceled.
Yes.
And I would never fucking work again.
Yes. But the issue is, the reason why that never happened to this alleged female co-star is because you never reported the incident. You never exposed the incident on social media. You never did anything proactive about it. So how was she supposed to be arrested? How was she supposed to be canceled? And how is she supposed to never work in Hollywood again? Because just like in this situation with whom we believe to be Tyler Perry, you never did anything to bring justice to yourself. How was she supposed to end up canceled, never working again, or in jail?
You don't get to walk past somebody and be like, oh.
Now, this was another whistleblower, in my opinion, baby. Did Vivica Fox go to clearing the check, baby? Because he was whistleblowing that your ass can be in jail, your ass can be canceled, your ass can potentially never work again, Miss Hollywood. Okay? Baby, like I said, Christian was gathering all of the anonymous bags, girl. Gathering all the bags. Anonymously, girl. Whistleblowing to all of the bags.
That's nice. And pat them on their fucking private. What I get to call my job is a blessing, and I love it, and I'm grateful to God about it. Nah, that absolutely wasn't Cheryl Pepsi Riley. Please don't do that. That's my heart. I love her to the moon and back. She's a consummate professional. It was another project. It was a TV and film project, and she felt entitled to do that bullshit. Now, had I said something and she was higher than me on the call sheet, they would have just wrote me out. I'd have died. I told you, Miguel. They'd have wrote my character out and killed them off or whatever. And you're like, okay, boom, this is a series regular. I'm 1, 2, 3 on the call sheet. But that's not okay. It's not okay. Y'all wonder why I stay in my fucking dressing room while we on set. Because it's bullshit out there. And it's people that don't appreciate and aren't there to honor the opportunity that we have. They're just doing whatever they want to, whatever they feel entitled to. Imagine a man walking past a woman tapping, saying, I see that print poking through. I'm going to jail that very day. But she can do it and continue to work in this industry. And if I report her to the female executives that were on that particular show, it's going to get swept under the rug because they had already told me, just Christian, just stand here and be pretty. Just stand there and look pretty. While I'm asking about certain things in the scene so I can make it make sense to me intellectually, just stand there and be pretty. So, of course, I can't trust Pete, give me a minute. Chill out. I'm venting.
So people trying to call him to interrupt his live, trying to stop him from doing this.
Trust them. Stand there and be pretty. That's that bullshit that men told women.
They know he drunk off the goose, girl. So his people trying to interrupt his shit.
Is that okay for you to say that to me when I'm asking you the history of a particular scene so I can make it make sense to me honestly here? So that way when the words exit my spirit, it's honest. A few people calling me right now because they're probably seeing this and they're wondering if I'm actually going to tip the can over, and I want to. I fucking want to so bad. Because I'm tired of carrying it. I'm tired of carrying and having to deal with the bully and the harassment. Years. Not one, not two, not three, more. Years of sexual harassment and attempted sexual assault. And I want to air that shit out so bad. I'm having a night, clearly. Pretty boys deserve the same respect as the block button. Go fuck yourself. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm 48. I'm not a pretty boy. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
You a motherfucking lie, Nashawn. Are you serious? Nashawn, are you serious? Stop playing with me. Are you for real? Tyrone Blackburn is the lawyer representing Dixon? Are you gagging or are you for real? Is Tyrone Blackburn who's representing Tyler Perry's accuser, girl? Wait the fuck up, girl. This is about to change the whole landscape, girl, because apparently Tyrone Blackburn is the one representing Fat Joe's accuser, girl. This is about to change the whole landscape, girl. Y'all know how I feel about that damn Tyrone, thick neck, greasy ass Blackburn, baby. With his out of touch, out of order, upside down, motherfucking non-litigated, non-lawyer can't win a case ass. Hold on. Wait the fuck a minute. Shanga-langa-lay. Hold on. No, ma'am. Representing Derek. Hold on. Girl, this about to motherfucking change the whole face of the shit. I don't see nothing about Derek Dixon's lawyer. Send me where you saw that at. Where you saw that at? Who posted it? Where? Where is he? Hold on, let me pull up this man's complaint and see who the fuck his lawyer is. Where this complaint at? Hold on, let me scroll up and see if his lawyer is listed on this complaint. I ain't even bothered to see who the fuck was representing Derek Dixon, plaintiff versus Tyler. Defendant, Jonathan. Okay, he being represented by Jonathan J. Deshad's law offices. So he being represented by who's the attorney? Okay, no, he's not being represented by Tyrone Blackburn. He being represented by Jonathan J. Deshad's law office. Unless Derek Dixon got multiple attorneys, but he's not representing. Oh boy, let me see here. Hold on. Okay. Thank you for the article, Coco. I need the PDF file though, but my street committee member Chef is gonna get me that when he get off work. He get off work in an hour. I think he's an hour behind me. So we gonna be coming back, girl, getting into that full read on this joke. Yeah, no, he's being represented by. Let me show y'all the complaint. He being represented by. I think he got a white attorney actually. See up here, that's who representing. Derek Dixon, attorney for Derek. That's who's representing him. Girl, because I'm about to lose my shit and backflip right on up out of here, girl. If Miss Blackburn was on the goddamn case. Ooh, child, don't scare me like that. Don't shake me like that.
Hello? Can you hear me now? Okay, some people can hear me. Can you? Good. Yeah, it's not, yeah. And if you know me, then you know I'm a grown man. Don't call me pretty boy. That's some bullshit. So, yeah, I needed to vent and get some of this out of my system because there's a vitriol that you carry when you deal with this. And there's a trauma that comes with it because you never know. Like, okay, is this meeting legit? Or is this some bullshit? Is this another one of those meetings where you meet with a black billionaire businessman, and while my manager is there, everything is everything. I got my Kinko's presentation with the plastic cover on it. I paid good money on it. It's like good money. I'm running it down like you can invest in this, that, and the other. So as my manager leaves, he moves into a conference room. And I'm like, okay, it's a conference room. Nothing sketchy about this. Didn't realize that the doors on the side of the conference room right there led into his suite. So about 8 or 10 minutes, I'm nervous enough. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Okay, you changing? You got to use the bathroom. Is it number 2? Cool. He comes back in silk pajamas, silk robe, right as they're delivering strawberries and champagne like this is Pretty Woman or a fucking date. Now, I'm like, wait, ooh, this ain't that. I'm not him, and this ain't that. I'd love for you to invest in my company. He probably should have, because he would own a piece of All the Queen's Men. The books I've already sold, the 6 or 8 books I'm about to release, all of that. He would have had a piece of all of that.
Now remember, but he subleased All of the Queen's Men to Tyler Perry. That's who he was actively in business with even at the time of this shit. And then they were both also being sued by another guy who was claiming that both of them had misappropriated and stole his show idea. Another writer had been trying to sue Tyler and Christian Keys 2-3 different times for copyright infringement of All the Queen's Men.
He was thinking with his dick. And yeah, he came back in, grabbed a strawberry, sat down, and I was like, yeah, I'm leaving.
Okay, Chef said he found it, baby. He running that to us, child. Baby, this is a mess. I can't deal. This is why I be praying up, girl. I can only do social media every other goddamn day, girl. Y'all not gonna take my hairline. Oh, girl, I just got my baby hairs back strong, girl. My keratin treatments, girl. My mental health, child. My vibration up, girl. That's why my hairline is laid down the way that it is, girl. Down, baby. Okay, baby, y'all not, baby, this Age of Aquarius, Miss Right-Wing Administration, girl. All these motherfucking curtain rollbacks, baby, they not about to get my mental health for 2025. That's why y'all see me every motherfucking 4 days on social media, girl. I can't do it. There's too much going on.
He's like, are you sure? I said, yeah. Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure. He's like, are you sure?
And that's what that mean. And that's what they mean by disappear, K-Pen. Disappeared in terms of this whole shit he started back in 2023, girl. He disappeared it. Completely banished. vacated his claims, vacated his testament. Honey, gone with the wind, fabulous.
That second, are you sure, means if you don't stay and do what I want, you're not going to get what you're hoping for. Now, this particular guy's out here paying tuition for entire classes of HBCUs.
Okay, so that was another Easter egg he had dropped.
After this sketchy shit. I want to air him out too. I'm just tired of carrying this bullshit with me. I'm tired. There are wolves in the hen house. And yeah, it's disappointing because you're like, okay, well, I want to.
That's another Easter egg, y'all. I just typed into the book of Googleations, girl. Yes, Tyler Perry has a history of paying for college tuition for individuals in need. Specifically, he agreed to cover the college tuition of Rashard Brooks' 4 children after his death in 2020, according to the 11alive.com. He also covered the tuition for Sherri Turner, the daughter of a slain single mother, as well as the tuition for Rahan Staten, a former sanitation worker who attended Harvard Law School. While Perry has made these generous donations, it's important to note that there are scams where individuals claim he's offering tuition assistance to anyone who applies. Perry has clarified that these are not official programs and that individuals should not send money to anyone claiming to be acting on his behalf. Okay, so that was another Easter egg, girl. This black billionaire, director, etc., paying up all these college tuitions, etc. Yeah.
From this person, or I want to learn from this person, or maybe partner with this person over here because he's invested in black companies, not knowing that he's a predator. And this person who's supposed to be your mentor is the worst predator of all.
Well, all you gotta have to get your college tuition paid by Tyler apparently is have a struggle story, girl. If your life experience is giving straw, just contact Tyler, girl. If you got a niece and nephew, son or daughter who'd have been slain by the police, girl, just call Tyler, girl. He will run that tuition check, girl. If any part of your life is giving straw and you in college, baby, you can get a check cleared by Tyler.
I come out at some point. So
it's just got to give straw, girl. You got to be on your last straw.
Yeah, you carry shit and it gets heavy. I'm gonna call my brother back. I'm so fucking close to tipping a glass over and just letting the marbles roll wherever they go because I'm tired of carrying it. And it would be easier to just file that police report, name that person for attempted sexual assault, name that person for sexual harassment for years, turn over the evidence, and then let the world hear him offer me $100 grand to take my clothes off. Thank God he made me the way I am. And I could say, no, I was broke as fuck. When I tell you, I would have loved that $100 grand. I wasn't finna sell my soul. Oh, wow. Warriors. You talking about the basketball game?
According to the book of Googleations, Shy, yes, Tyler Perry has a history of supporting HBCUs specifically. While the provided information does not include a particular recent instance of a direct $1 million donation to a single HBCU from him, it does highlight his philanthropic activities, including supporting students, assisting individual students, donating equipment, and supporting HBCU events. He has supported events like the HBCU Legacy Bowl.
We'll fight with that.
And he donated $1 million to NAACP back in 2009. Tyler Perry donates $1 million to NAACP. Filmmaker Tyler Perry has donated $1 million to NAACP to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the civil rights organization, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People says the gift announced Monday is the largest donation from an individual in the organization's history. It will be distributed over 4 years. In a statement, Perry says the perseverance of thousands within the NAACP helped pave the way for his success in the film industry. NAACP leaders say the gift marks a major shift in Black philanthropy. They say donations of this size have not typically gone to civil rights groups. My God, today. Them Easter eggs, bitch. Them Easter eggs. My God.
I'm gonna log off before I spill this shit. Man, and fuck up y'all year. Fuck up 2024. Because if you think that Diddy shit was crazy, you don't even know. Let me get up on out of here. But this conversation is gonna happen. I'm gonna head down there. I've already been down to I stopped in the parking lot once, and the other time I made it into the lobby of the police station to file it. And my computer with me and all the recordings. Like I said, when sexual harassment started, I carried a keychain, I carried multiple pens. Sometimes they only lasted 3 or 4 hours.
Baby, it wasn't nothing in them keychains and necklaces but a Cuban zirconian diamond, baby. You, according to you, baby, you was walking around broke the majority of the time you was dealing with damn Tyler, baby. Walking around with $3,000 in your pocket, baby. Ain't no way in hell you could afford high-functioning, high-technological SpaceX alien-ass technology like cloaked secret spyware in pens, girl, which, once again, wasn't also really commercially available technology to the general public at that time either. My God.
Sometimes you had to put like a AAA battery in them, but you can hear these all
baby
from the person.
Christian Keys probably somewhere shivering and shaking right now, bitch, because he done said all this shit back in 2023, girl. He got all this alleged data and evidence. The last thing he gonna want, if none of that shit is true, that he captured any of this shit on tape and camera, is Derek Dixon ass subpoenaing his ass for that data. Now, once again, it don't mean that Christian Keys' claims ain't true, but the claims that he documented these things might be untrue. It was just something he said to further coerce his alleged abuser into making that call and clearing that check, girl, for his pain and suffering. But because he done said that he got all this shit chronicled, girl, his name done been dropped in Derek Dixon's litigation, girl. If Derek Dixon lawyer fuck around and they subpoena Mr. Man for one, a direct testimony, which will force him to put a name and an address on it, and then for 2, all that alleged data, and he ain't actually got it, girl, Christian Keys may run the risk of being exposed partially as a fraud. And if he would have lied about having technology, it's also going to sour his allegations against allegedly Tyler Perry, because people are going to logically say, well, if you lied about having all this shit recorded, bitch, you more than likely just lied all together on Tyler Perry. But I got the feeling that most people believe in his claims against this alleged Black billionaire director producer with a guest bedroom known for notoriously being used to cipher men's queer virginity out of them by using liquor as a seductive element, who love bombs its targets with cars, clothes, and new draws for their loyalty, and offers them shows and job opportunities and further seduction and or complicity. most people, I think, are still would be willing to find his claims to be believable, even if he had lied about chronicling those things. And I believe that Christian Keith is full of shit on having recordings. But it was smart to use it as a talking point to put some fire underneath a motherfucker's ass to come make this shit right.
Maybe awful. And I suggest that too. That's why I'm cautious too when people email my manager or my booking agent or whoever, like, hey, I want Christian to be my mentor. I'm afraid to mentor anybody. On set.
His NDA will not save him if he's subpoenaed in a civil or criminal case. When it comes to matters of crime, which sexual harassment, sexual battery, sexual violence, sexual assault, all these things are crimes. Any NDA he might have signed on the back end as it relates to that check allegedly being cleared, that will be null and void, and that would not save Christian Keith's ass from being subpoenaed.
If we're working on a project together, or you're working on a project I created, ask me what you want to ask me. But individually, separately, I'm afraid because of the bullshit that I had to deal with. And you got these predators still running around, still fucking over people, still screwing people over. And at some point soon, I'm gonna air this shit out. You just gotta ask yourself, are you ready? Because y'all deified some of these people. Y'all made them almost. I said what I have with recordings. You said, don't say what you have with. I have all of it layered and stacked and proof. You're allowed to record yourself when you feel unsafe. I have all of it. I have all of the inappropriate moments and offers and bullshit. I'm not sorry. Don't say that. I'm with the shit. I'm tired of carrying it. I saw what they did to Terry Crews when he didn't say anything. And yeah, like that doesn't make it comfortable for you to be like, man, I really want to tell the truth about this because I'm sure this person is still out here doing the same thing. And if not, what has he done over the last 15 years? Excuse me, I usually sneeze. Sorry, I have allergies. I usually sneeze twice.
Bless you in your $3,000 shot.
What has this person done over the years with other people?
Yeah, because I remember Terry Crews had came out and said that he had been grabbed all up in between his motherfucking drawers by some white exec at a party and had been a proposition to throw his ass in a circle in the back of a limousine, child, that he had done been all type of touched in his touch not pots, baby.
On recording, talking about how he's got multiple guys on payroll for 6 figures a year to pop up and hold their ankles.
Ooch.
This conversation is going to have to happen. And the drop-off at the police station is going to have to happen. And y'all going to be disappointed.
The drop-off at the police station, girl. This man was talking about going to the authorities, but at the same time claimed that he intentionally allowed the statute of limitations to exhaust so that he couldn't hold him accountable legally, girl. Was just literally talking out of his rabbit-ass mind, child.
And that's the bad part.
Press this part.
Because a lot of y'all going to be like, man, no, not him. Yeah, him. And I can be on the news taking a polygraph, which I will, gladly. And I'll pass every one. And somebody,
not necessarily Sharita. He may not have had to turn over his receipts because the reality is, right? Let's say he got a payout. And let's say that his claims are true, whether he chronicled them or not. If Tyler Perry know that the things that Christian Keys are alluding to are true and they happened, whether Christian Keys chronicled those things or not, it would still more than likely be in the best interest of Tyler Perry to monetarily, make Christian happy, because even Christian just putting an address on that would have sent shockwaves. Even this just being Christian Keys' personal testimony, even with no evidence, could have presented some interesting problems. Especially since there is a car that was purchased and the executive producers of the surviving documentary series was able to confirm a car. A high luxury sedan, Chrysler, or whatever the hell it was. Given to Christian Keys around the time that he alleged that this car was given to him as a form of an apology for Tyler Perry offering him $100,000 to show him that Latin dick. So if Tyler Perry just knew, okay, yeah, bitch, this shit is true, and you don't work closely up under me enough for people to believe that this shit is true, and you hot-bodied, you got the complexion for the protection, you got the pretty privilege to be a believable victim girl, to be a believable accuser child. Even if he did not have this shit to chronicle, still could have got that check. And what would have been the real purpose of him turning over any evidence when Tyler Perry wouldn't have known if Christian Keys done made dubs and copies anyway? And I'm sure if Tyler Perry got any lick of damn sense, he more than likely knows that even if the stipulation was you got to give over the data, that more than likely Christian Keys had done dubbed that data. So it would have been pointless to really have it as a stipulation to turn over when you done probably made fucking copies any damn way.
I still won't believe it.
Matter of fact, I think Christian Keys even said he already done put the damn data or the T in some type of an iCloud or emails, and it's prepared to be scheduled to be sent off in case something happens to his ass and all type of shit, girl. Christian Keys was the way he's trying to intimidate Tyler Perry at this point is like his scheme is fantastical. He really did commit to a fantastical intimidation tactic to get Tyler to finally bend to the damn knee once and for all. Baby, his ass damn near laid out a 007 strategy. I got the T already lined up. It's already preset in the emails. It's already ready to set off. Everything happened. Unbelievable. And of course, was not the case. But hell, he went away. Nonetheless, that implies that possibly was successful.
We just human. But some of us are a little more human than others. And some of us actually give a fuck about the people that we work with, the people that we affect, the people that we have an opportunity to create an opportunity for. I love the fact that God let me create a show, and there's 150 or 200 people working every single season. That lets me know I'm in my purpose. I don't love the fact that he sat back and let me go through that mess. But I appreciate the fact that he built me strong enough to pass on those opportunities to sell my soul or a body part. Take the scenic route. Take the long way around. these recordings and this information.
And once again, and thank you for saying that, Rashonda. There's another interesting parallel between Derek Dixon and Christian Keys. It's that Christian Keys was an up-and-coming actor too, just like Derek Dixon was plucked out of an event. He wasn't even an actor. He was working as the help for an event related to Tyler Perry. So both Christian and Derek were up and coming. Both of them had their biggest breaks in the film industry through Tyler Perry. So talking about a type, hell, the real type would be, once again, vulnerable, in need of a breakthrough, in need of a breakout. Because all that translates to a abuser as desperate. Desperation makes the prey more compliant.
I'm tired of carrying it, man. It's heavy. And I just want to create great shit and great opportunities. And I want beautiful people, women and men, to be able to show.
Broke and desperate, but fit and attractive. There are 4 key running themes right now to make up Tyler Perry's alleged type. Broke, desperate, fit, and fine.
On set and not feel like they got to do something to earn their spot. You're talented and you work hard. You already earned your spot. What I learned from the bullshit was walk.
Broke, desperate, fit, and fine. Broke, desperate, fit, and fine. Broke, desperate, fit, and fine. Broke, desperate, fit, and fine.
Way from anything that can hurt you.
Allegedly.
Anything that's going to cost me my spirit and my soul. And it's not easy. But it's possible. It's doable. It's possible. Walk away. Godfrey, I appreciate you, brother, man. Most people who know me don't even know most of this shit. It's like 5 people on earth know the stuff that I dealt with. I told my mother, my grandmother, I told my oldest brother, who's in here somewhere, he's trying to make sure I don't jump off the side of the mountain and tell everything.
And he also told Claudia Jordan.
I want to so fucking bad because I'm tired of carrying it. No, this too shall not pass. This person has done this.
Essentially, Tyler Perry is allegedly outsourcing for attractive hobosexuals. Broke, desperate, plus fit and fine equals an attractive hobosexual, baby. Or do anything for a Klondike bar, or do anything for a roof over their head, a couch to sleep on, a blow-up mattress. Attractive hobosexuals.
Person after person after person, this too shall not pass. It needs to be addressed. So, yeah, this conversation is going to happen. It's going to happen soon. Just trying to figure out when. But it needs to happen. Like I said, you don't have to believe me. You can hear this person in this very distinctive voice. Once the sexual harassment started, I have kept one of these on me. It's a recording. I've kept one on my own for 18 years. So, it's time. I'm tired. I'm tired of carrying it around. I feel like like 2 additional 45-pound plates that I don't need to carry. I'm tired. So, I'm gonna call my brother, ease his mind.
All right, girl. So that's the Christian Keys saga, child. This is a mess. Tyler Perry is innocent until proven guilty. He will have to respond legally to these allegations before we even get to a mediation of any kind in this case. So he will have to speak to these, to being outed, and he will have to speak to the claims that he has physically and mentally been abusive to plaintiff Derek Dixon, who did drop Christian Keys' names in his complaint. Christian Keys may be subjected at some point, if this thing does go to trial, etc., to a deposition. He may be subjected to being a witness. He may be subjected to being subpoenaed, since he claimed to have had data and objective proof of Tyler Perry's behavior, which would also corroborate the claims that Dixon is making, which are very similar in nature, even in terms of this whole guest bedroom extravaganza, baby. So we will be looking for that. I have no idea how, like I told you guys, I'm curious to see how Tyler Perry is going to respond to all this. Is he going to, like in Dwight Howard's case, remember when Dwight Howard was called out by his queer lover and he was sued, and Dwight Howard didn't run from the fact that he into men. You know, he was like, look, this threesome was consensual, child. You know, he couldn't even hold on to the straight narrative. You know, the lawsuit had pulled him right on out of the goddamn closet, girl. He had to stand in the paint and just say, look, I might be gay, I might be pan, I might be trans attractive, whatever the hell you want to call it, baby, but I'm not no abuser. Everything that took place was consensual. Everybody had free will. Nobody was forced to do nothing freaky. Will Tyler Perry lean in to this thing? Will this be Tyler Perry's official coming out? Because if these text messages are real, which I believe that they're real, I don't think that Derek Dixon would file a lawsuit against someone as powerful against Tyler Perry and get the courts involved and then present fake text messages, because I have to assume that Derek Dixon is smart enough to know that if those text messages are not true, all Tyler Perry have to do is request via the courts that Derek get his phone cloned, for one, so that they can forensically analyze those text messages and prove that, you know, these text messages are not true, that all he did was list Tyler Perry's name on this text thread, text himself from another phone, or him and somebody else, you know, coordinate a text thread to make it look this way. You know, all that can be proven. All that can be debunked. And just like in the Megan Thee Stallion lawsuit, the defendant in her case, Nappy Radio, had to get her phone cloned. So all you got to do is put a forensic analyst, a digital forensic investigator on claims like this, and they're the ones who can determine if a picture is Photoshopped, if an image has been tainted. They're the ones who can go into the actual tablet, cell phone, email, etc., and verify the legitimacy, etc. So I don't think that Derek Dixon would present fake text messages, knowing that Tyler Perry has the resources to prove that they are in fact. I mean, he is going up against a billionaire. So I believe that the text messages, and if nothing else, the text messages definitely, for the most part, really prove that Tyler Perry definitely is not straight. Now, once again, the complaint isn't just that Tyler is gay. There's other complaints that he was sexually violated essentially every time he was in Tyler Perry's personal quarters. So Tyler Perry is going to have to respond both to being outed, for one, and the claims that he's an abuser, for two. I'm interested to see how the fuck he's going to navigate both of those things. And we're going to keep up with this litigation. I'm going to wait on my street committee chef to send me the lawsuit against Fat Joe girl, who is being sued for $20 million for, girl, the worst allegations I've heard yet, child. This is just a mess, y'all. So we will be going back live. Make sure that you guys keep your notification bell on. This has been a great stream. Please, thumbs up. Conscious crew members are not getting notified. YouTube is not sending out notifications like they should. So please run the likes up on this video. Like. It's free $99. It don't cost you nothing. The King be reading, writing, laughing and gagging with y'all, bringing intellectual discord. You know, I'm a full commentator, baby. Okay, I give you all the things, honey. And when I'm live and in color, baby, I give you epic visuals, girl. Okay, so please run the like up on the platform if you are a supporter and not no weirdo and hater. And if you enjoyed what I do here and all of my energy and time, you guys can also show some love to the Cash App, $Consciouztv, and or PayPal.me/ConsciouzTV. Send me any legal filings, any type of tea, etc. to my email at consciouztv@gmail.com and or to my DMs on Instagram, which is Consciouztv on Instagram. Also, you can follow the Patreon. The notification systems are solid, etc. And there is an exclusive commentary in there as well. I will see you guys later. Peace.